If I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
What happened? It ended up interrupting really fast. What happened to my sound? Oh, it's still going. Okay. Oh, I didn't have my mic on. Let's fucking go! All right, guys. My thing wasn't on, my speakers. Okay. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Peti Kish Hun Live. I'm back with another one, guys, for the topics of the week. There's a lot to go through here, guys. There's a lot here, especially this week. There is tons of stuff that came up. I hope you guys enjoyed the background. I changed up some stuff. I have the new logo now on there. Let me see here. I was working on things also in the background with the channel, as well as now the live streams. So now we're going through the Christmassy vibes kind of style. We're at the log cabin. There's snow falling. There's a fireplace in the back, but you can't see it because I put a big screen so you guys don't get too bored of just seeing me talk all the time. You have a little bit of footage there for you guys to watch as well. Some random gameplay footage, you know, cinematics and stuff for you all. And the new logo's there. We got lights. We have all the things here now. I try to work as much as I can in here. Hopefully the green screen's all good. I gotta get a new green screen. I know that for sure. Because the green screen is starting to not look too hot. Let's just say that. Not look too hot for sure. So, yeah. All right. So, thank you everyone for coming, lurking, watching. You know what to do, guys. Sub if you're new here and like the stream, because it really does help. It helps the algorithm itself on here. You know, there needs to be some sort of movement, liking, doing these emojis on there, commenting, movement on the stream is definitely a good thing. If you are here and you enjoy what I do here, and we're going to have some interesting conversations together so we can have, let's just talk about things that is happening in entertainment, gaming, movies, TV shows, pulp culture, all sorts of things on here. A lot of things is happening, especially now because we're counting down to the end of the year. We're in December now, so this is pretty much the first stream of December. There's going to be a lot to come out. I'm going to try to be working on a video as well with, I would say, like probably like a roundup, like an end of the best and the worst of the year kind of deal. Maybe I'll try to do that. Or maybe I'll just do like a top 10 or top 5 kind of like best things that I really enjoyed this year and what I didn't enjoy this year kind of deal. We'll see. It's on the table. It's whatever I can make. Sorry guys, I got a Discord message. Whatever I can make, I'll try to make it happen, but no I usually do one every year though. But I have no what's the word I want to use here? Don't get your expectations too high. Let's just say that. Whatever happens, guys. Okay? Okay. So we have a lot of things to talk about. I was gonna get into a lot of interesting topics with a video we're gonna be watching, but there's so much new breaking news today that just came up this morning. It happened last night, but it is now this morning. Well, it's not morning, it's now afternoon, but wherever you are. For me, it's afternoon now. It's like 12. So, I'm going to go through a lot of things here. So, we're going to go through fast topics, which probably won't be fast today. And I don't know if I could go through everything today. Usually what I try to do is I try to go through as much as I can. If it's a little bit longer, it's a little bit longer. I don't want to take up too much time, but I don't want to stand on a top or just be on a topic too long if it's not needed, kind of deal. If it's very, very interesting topic, then I'll probably get really into it and then get maybe more, passionate about the topic itself. But we'll see. So, yeah. So if you guys look at the background, I changed it up. Everything, just let you guys know, because some of you are like, oh, you added some new clips, because there's some old clips and new clips. Well, yeah, there is new clips now, so I've added some newer games on there on the list. Still some old ones. I might add also some more old ones on there later, but we'll see on that. Okay, what to go up first? Okay, we have that. Curtains. Yeah, like the stream, guys. You already know. Sub, again. I really appreciate it. It really does help the channel. My channel has been stagnant at the moment. I got to make some more videos. I know I have to make more videos. Maybe I'll clip out videos. Who knows? It's just all over the place right now at the moment. I've been really busy myself, so I would like to do more things on here. And I would like to do more. I would like to communicate with you guys if I can. But, some people join in. Some people go back, rewatch it. And the VODs, the past broadcast, you guys can watch it. The real MVPs will watch it again, rewatch it. Those are the best ones. Sometimes people don't want to go. Sometimes people are shy. They don't want to come in and talk in the live stream. It's okay. It's just that, which I don't understand how I get less live. Well, I kind of do. I know live streams get less than videos, but with 205 people, I would think more people would join it. Just saying. I don't know how that is a thing and why it's not actually, a thing where, people like to join in and conversate, but that's just how it goes, I guess. I guess people are, a little bit busy. Things like that. I don't know. We'll see. It's just how it is. But if you do like to join in the conversation, or just say hello, just put it in here. Join the chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. Trust me, I won't bite. I won't bite. Not too much. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get into these topics. It's going to be a lot today, but we're going to go through them and we're going to shotgun through these as fast as possible. But the big thing today is we got big, huge news that just came up. It came up. So this came up last night. Woke up this morning and it was trending like crazy, guys. And this is big, big news. Crazy news that just came up. So I'm on Geeks and Gamers, and they have this article here, and it says, breaking. This is breaking news, everyone. Warner Bros. CEO confirms Netflix offer officially accepted. Discovery global split still happening. So what we have here is now a buyout. So Warner Bros. Discovery was on sale, and there were bidders on it. We've covered this a couple of streams ago, where it was between like Paramount, I think it was Comcast. There was like a Saudi Arabian company as well in the process, and then there was also Netflix. And I was thinking Paramount's going to have this in the bag. I think they're going to get this IP. It's going to work out, all that. But it seems like with all what they thought, the cockiness of these companies, they didn't see Netflix swooping in and taking Warner Brothers Discovery. So this is huge, guys. You don't even know how big this is, especially if you love cinema, if you love going to the movies or all sorts of things like that, because this will change the whole concept of how we watch movies, now. Because movie cinemas, theaters are closing down, or they're desperate to get more people in theaters. They're not making enough money now, and a lot of people are not going to these movies. First of all, it is because the convenience of streaming now, people don't like leaving their house and just watching movies or TV shows on their big TVs with probably a really good home theater system. It's almost like a movie experience, Some people have bigger ones now. People create these, and it's an experience for them there, and it's more comfortable for people. Second of all, a lot of these movies you go to, they're expensive. The food is expensive that you go for, the snacks and all sorts of things. The theater prices are increasing, and that's another one. Third is the movie experience. The movie experience of some of these movies that are coming out today are subpar to mid to just absolutely atrocious movies. So a lot of these movies are not great or even good. It's just subpar to mid or to just absolutely shit. And that is the experience that most people are having, with these movies. And the experience has been fading time and time again. So what is happening is the movie experience is the trend of the movie experience is going away, especially with young people. Young people are not going to movies to watch pretty much anything anymore. They usually just are on their phones, doom scrolling, or not even paying attention anymore to the movies, thanks to probably the problem with what it is today is young people, even some old people and older people, they have this tension of maybe it's an ADHD problem, or maybe it's just brain rot in general, that they need something to be, told to them fast as possible, because time is really an indicator here, and time is important. If I'm going to a movie and it's a shit movie, you just wasted my time, kind of deal. You have to have a good, what's the word? A good understanding of what is a great movie and what is just a shit movie, kind of deal. Because the thing is, there's not much creative minds out there to actually do good movies that actually feel like, wow, that was an event, kind of deal, And young people are also doing that. They're just not going. Instead, they are going to video games, because video games are the biggest source of entertainment in the world. So now movies are decreased, and most of my generation, the millennial generation, I would say, were the only ones that would go to the movie theaters every weekend, Friday, Saturday, or even Sunday, and we'd go out with the boys, and we'd hang out in the movie theaters. If not, I would just go to the movies by myself, because I just love going to the movie theaters. Now, with this now buyout, I feel like this is the death, or the part where cinema, like theaters in general, are not going to be that much existing. I think this is where it's going to be at a point where we're going to lose the theater experience. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about this, but Netflix is now the king of live streaming. They've been in the business for a long time. I remember when they were just a freaking movie distributor, where they just bring out, they'll package up your DVDs in the mail, and you can borrow them for a little bit and then bring them back later, kind of deal. They were kind of like the, let's just say, kind of the distributor, kind of like Blockbuster kind of deal. I can't even speak. Blockbuster kind of deal, where you rented a movie and then you brought it back, kind of deal. They were that kind of distributor of movies. Now Netflix is full on live streaming. So most of the things they do is they just live stream, and you choose and pick whatever categories, whatever TV show, whatever movie you want to watch. And now also gaming. There's going to be gaming for Netflix. So people are worried about this, because Netflix in general has been having a lot of L's. Personally, I'm not a big fan of Netflix. I'm never, in the beginning, they were fine, but they've gotten worse over the years, I think, personally. Netflix is not the same. Netflix has a lot of gems in there, but there's also ones they're just shit. You're just doom scrolling and trying to find out what you want to watch, and there's nothing good, kind of deal almost. Once in a while you find a good thing here and there, but it's very rare with Netflix. So that's where also came, Netflix and chill, because Netflix was so big, kind of deal. That's where a lot of different things happen with Netflix. With Netflix as well, not a big fan with a lot of their shows, movies. Very modern audience style kind of shows and movies they have. Once in a while, you have some good ones here and there. Very rare, though, but it's not good. Now, Warner Brothers, they have a huge amount of IP. Harry Potter, Looney Tunes, Lord of the Rings, Mad Max, DC, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, all of DC's on there. That is insane how much content you can have out of Warner Brothers, kind of deal. There's so much there. So they have one of the best. So this is just going to combine everything into Netflix kind of deal. Is it going to be separate with HBO Max? I don't know. I think they might intertwine in some way. Maybe they'll do like a bundle with Netflix and HBO kind of deal, maybe like that. But there's two factors that this could be something bad, but this could be also something good with this a buyout. So Netflix usually doesn't like to do their shows or movies in cinemas. They usually like to have it on their own service. So does that mean that we're going to have these big budget movies just on our TVs now? Or, our monitors or in our PCs or whatever, kind of deal, wherever we watch it at home? So is that going to be a thing? So is there going to be the second option is, will Netflix get into the movie industry now and try to actually give crazy big budget movies onto the big screen? Don't know. This is what I'm talking about. Netflix is not known for putting their movies on the big screen. It's usually on a smaller screen at home. So this is interesting. Also, Dune's Warner Brothers too, right? I think so. I'm not sure. But this is huge news. This is crushing the Hollywood industry right now, like the movie industry. This is like a huge crush. This is literally, I think Paramount would have been a better option, but who knows? Because both of these companies have some dumb takes, and they've lost a lot of money with their really shitty ass movies they've been making. They're not quality movies. Plus, they like to put propaganda and woke messaging in these movies sometimes. And I don't know. It's just they lost it, and now they're just wanting them to get bought out, and now they've been bought out. So I don't know. This is either way. If they went with someone else, it probably wouldn't make much more difference, actually. I think it would be Paramount would have been a little bit better, but I could have been wrong with that too. But let's read into this. Hollywood woke up to a bombshell this morning. Yeah, they did. A new internal letter from CEO David Zaslav confirms that Netflix Warner Brothers isn't just a negotiation anymore. The board of Warner Bros. Discovery has officially accepted Netflix's offer. Yes, you read that right. One of the oldest studios in Hollywood history is now on the track to be absorbed by the biggest streaming service on the planet. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Huh?
No!
This sucks. This sucks. But they did it to themselves. They did it to themselves, guys. They did it to themselves. Fans and industry watchers knew as of last night that the two had entered into an exclusive negotiation period. But this letter takes things way beyond that. According to Zaslav, the WBD board has approved a transition under which Warner Bros. Will be required by Netflix, subject to regulator approvals and approvals and closing conditions, including the completion of the separation of Discovery Globe from WBD. Not only is that deal locked in at the corporation level, but the previously announced breakup of Warner Bros. Discovery is actually part of the process. The company is preparing to split into two completely separate entities, Warner Bros. Heading into Netflix, and a new standalone company called Discovery Global, which Zaslav says will be led by Gunnar Witless. I don't know. Probably butchered it. In Zaslav's words, the global networks business will form a new standalone company, Discovery Global, expected to be completed in Q3 2026. In other words, Warner Bros. Discovery, as we know, is done. as we know it, it is done. Oh shoot, this is crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Employees will brace what is coming next. So James Gunn's DC Universe, don't know what's gonna happen with that. A lot of movies in the pipeline. Are they going to be coming to Netflix instead of the cinema? I don't know. This is let's see what's this. Regulations and already lining up against the deal. Here's where the things get even messier. While the letter points a confident picture, the entire plan hits a massive wall once it reaches Washington. Early reports inside of the U.S. government indicate that the antitrust regulations are preparing to fight the Netflix Warner Bros. Merger outright, and it's not hard to see why. Netflix already dominates streaming, and Warner Bros. Owns a treasure chest of franchises and distribution channels. Putting those under one roof raises every antitrust alarm possible. Lawmakers have recently made it clear that oversized media mergers are once again on their radar, especially when they combine huge content liberties with dominant tech platforms. The breakup of WBD doesn't make the security any lighter. Regulations will examine whether the split creates less competition, whether Netflix gains too much leverage, and what that means for the wider entertainment landscape. Yeah, this is not good, guys. Either way, we knew that something like this was going to happen, and either way, we're saying if someone buys them out, it's either way going to be bad. If they don't get bought out, they get shut down or they get bankrupt, they just lose everything. That's also bad. So all this is because they spent too much. There was no budgets that, spent too much, made too much crap, and not enough investment back. So a lot of things about this was already going down the pipeline. It was getting fishy. So now it's just official that Netflix is now the proud owner of Warner Brothers. The probably, if not the face of Hollywood that brought a lot of things together. The studios, everything. It was like one of the big ones in Hollywood that like created that industry almost. And now the biggest service, I would say, like streaming service, has just bought them out. That's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Holy shit.
I'm just baffled about how this is going to be a good thing, This is not going to be good. I don't see this as a good thing. It maybe Netflix will actually put out some bangers with Warner Brothers. I don't know, but what I've seen with Netflix, there's not much, to be honest. Netflix is not the best. It doesn't matter. Of course, yeah, they're the best live. They've been since the beginning. They were like the first ones to start the streaming, binge kind of deal, and the streaming kind of, the start of streaming pretty much with shows and movies, and now gaming. But just seeing this is, yeah. When I see this, I just say this is the end of cinema. This is the end of movie theaters, going to the movies. This is just the end of all that. Right here. Today, December 5th was the day, December 5th was the day that movie theaters literally just got wrecked. Like, this is the end of, I would say, cinema. But maybe this could be a turnaround. Maybe Netflix has this studio, and now they're like, okay, now we have this. We have to make out movies now with Warner Brothers kind of movies. And then we'll put it on Netflix later kind of deal. I don't know. It could be one of those. But it's a bit also like and sub, guys. I forgot to turn this off. But it's a bit concerning. But also, what is also a bit concerning about that is, if I can find it, there it is. Here it is, guys, by Wario64. A Warner Bros. Discovery spokesperson confirmed the recently resurrected video game division, which includes studios such as Mortal Kombat creator NetherRealm, Batman Arkham developer Rocksteady, and Lego custodian TT Games will be joining Netflix. And there you go, guys. Business has begun. You know, this destroys the streaming wars. I think this just literally destroyed the streaming wars too. Like, the gaming console wars has been over. In a whole year, the gaming console wars is done. So is the streaming wars. At the same time, in the same year, all of these wars are done. That's crazy. Warner Brothers business overview. Film and TV studios. Warner Brothers, DC Comics. TV. So, established TV franchise and library. There you go. HBO Max, consumer products, experience, Mortal Kombat. That's crazy. Two of the all-time film franchises. And TV production. There you go. Netflix has Game of Thrones. Holy shit, dude. They have the Game of Thrones IP too. They got Cartoon Network and the old barbarian kind of style, the Jetsons. Holy shit, dude. Looney Tunes. Yo, I was saying, like, from all the streaming service, I think HBO Max has some of the better quality shows out there and movies, I would say. So is Paramount. Paramount has some good ones too on there. But this is huge. You're going to see on Netflix, DC movies and DC Comics, animation movies, shows on Netflix now. Even more. This is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. We're totally fucked. Yep. And their last venture into gaming went so well. Great. Everything's going to be locked behind a shitty Netflix subscription now. Probably. There it is, guys. There it is. I think the streaming wars is over. I think Netflix just wrecked every streaming service. Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Hulu, you name it. Everything just got wrecked by Netflix. Literally everything. It's over. It's so over that the cope is going to start kicking in soon. It's over. So from now on, I don't know what's going to happen with Disney. Also bought a bunch of companies out. Disney's the same. They are monopolizing everything. They are buying everything out. Netflix literally bought one of the best or the oldest cinematic production companies. And yeah, I don't know. Was it worth it? We'll see. We'll see if it's worth. We'll see how this works. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it comes out for them. You know that meme? I don't know if I have the clip, but it's from Dodgeball. I remember that. Yep. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But you know what's also insane? Well, this is just a rumor right now, but it's not really that insane. Keep this in mind, guys. This is just a rumor, but apparently Scarlett Johansson in talks to appear in the Batman Part 2, possibly as a love interest or a villain, or both. So Scarlett Johansson is in talks or is trying to get a role in the Batman. So I watched the Batman 1. I wasn't like too big on it, but I didn't hate it either. It's like right in the middle. It was like a middle movie for me, you know, right in the middle, like a 50% almost. Like it's like that. I love the atmosphere. I love the world of the Batman. I just didn't like the actors or some of the actors and some of the portrayal of characters from like the classic Batman comics and movies. They did a more modern take of it, and I really didn't enjoy it that much, especially the Riddler. I hated the Zodiac Killer Riddler style. I didn't like that style at all. I wish he was just a, classy guy with the cane, with the question mark. Like, like almost like the Jim Carrey style, like the craziness of it. But he had like a, green tux with the green hat. He has the little bandana thing. Like, I just wanted that, but in a modern take. Obviously, you can do it modern. Actually, maybe I would like the old school, but whatever. I wasn't a big fan. And Robert Pattinson was okay, but he was definitely a step down from Ben Affleck's Batman. I think Ben Affleck's Batman was the better, like, Bruce Wayne, but also a pretty good Batman. He was really legit to the comics. Like, I always wanted Ben Affleck's Batman to have his own freaking Batman movie, but he'd always have team-ups with different characters from the Justice League and stuff. And I just want him to have his own story. I think it could have been really well done if you had a good writer and a good director for it. But it never happened. So Scarlett Johansson wants to join in. She's like, fuck Black Widow from Marvel. I'm going to DC now. Kind of deal. Now, the question is, what character would she play? Scarlett Johansson also, I think, is the number one most profitable actor. I think number one after Samuel Jackson. I think Samuel Jackson's second. Yeah, she is number one. Like, box office wise, she is the number one. Like, she got the most movies on her list that made like a bunch of money. So she is profitable in that way. So, question is, again, what character would she play? Now, I have two that came up for me personally, and I saw other people talking about as well on the internet. Number one, Poison Ivy. I can see her being Poison Ivy easily, but she needs to be very sexualized because that's what Poison Ivy does. She manipulates a lot of usually men characters with her sexually, her hormones kind of deal with the with the plant base and all that. She has to be very sexy looking, which I don't know about that, how she can keep that up, because she's been trying to play a lot of harrowing characters and characters that are more, let's just say, more girl-driven boss characters. She's been doing that besides, Black Widow. Black Widow was actually a good character. She was sexy enough and she did the job done, but she wasn't like intolerable feminist kind of woman, kind of deal. Now, Poison Ivy, she would be straight up, female sexy, manipulative kind of character, if that's possible with Scarlett Johansson. I don't know if she can do it. Now, we had Poison Ivy with Uma Thurman back in the day with George Clooney and Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. And I think she did a good job back then. Now, if she does a vibe like that, I think it could work, actually, that style. You know, that version. She starts out as a nerd kind of character, and then, something happens where she finds some sort of thing. Or I think what they're going to do, if there's even a thing, they're going to make it like eco-friendly. And she's like all green energy kind of deal. I bet you they're going to do something like that, like modern take. They're going to be like, oh, these people are bad because they are destroying our planet, and we need to save the planet's ecosystem with the green and the energy we have from the sun. And dude, they would probably do that, like a modern take of why people are bad kind of thing. You know that's going to happen. Even though I know that's what like Poison Ivy does, but at the same time, like that's what her whole goal would be, right? Easily. Like Poison Ivy would be that. Now, another character I was thinking of, besides Poison Ivy, but I think Poison Ivy would be good. Vicky Vale, news reporter woman. Vicky Vale, not as known as Poison Ivy, but she could also do that. Now, she could be a character that is like a reporter or a secretary kind of deal, where she gets all the information from Bruce Wayne and she manipulates it in a way, and she's actually pretty bad kind of deal. They could do Vicky Vale, make her a bad person kind of character, or even more of like a love interest, who knows, between them, with Selena, Catwoman. They could do that with her. So I don't know, there's a lot of things they could work with. Some people said Clayface, and I was like, bro, why Clayface? No, there's no way. There's no way. But yeah, what is this? Scoop about Scarlett talks to the Batman Part 2. What is this? Is there a clip? Oh, it's just a GIF. I thought it was a clip. It's just a GIF. Okay, so she just wants to play a character from that. Okay. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if she would be a good Poison Ivy or Vicky Vale, but they could do like the Telltale Batman story. Remember the first one where Vicky Vale, she was actually a bad guy in that game? Spoiler alert, she was actually the main bad guy. Or was the main bad guy? I don't remember. Or maybe, I think she was the bad guy, yeah. She was one of the bad guys. But she was the hidden bad guy, and she would want to unmask Bruce Wayne, and he knows about Batman, and Alfred and all that. It was all about that, taking him down with a Penguin and Two-Face in the first one. Yeah, they could do something like that kind of story, I would say. But I don't know. Could be. Never know about that one. Pretty interesting, you ask. All right, what do we got next? Let's see. Okay. Let me do this quick. Don't want to really linger too much on this one. So apparently we have Ghost of Yotei. We finally get how much it sold for a month or whenever it came out. I think it was in October. And it says Ghost of Yotei has sold 4 million units, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's better than 1 million units, but it's still not bad. But how now lags 20% behind Ghost of Tsushima. Ouch. So what it is 4 million is not bad, but how long is it going to have legs? Because it's not the big hit they thought it would. Ghost of Tsushima still did better all the ways. And it resonated with more people than Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei came out. Literally, I saw gameplay, and people were talking about the graphics and nothing else. Like, you can cut grass. That's what I saw. And, like, look at how good the graphics look and this and that. I'm like, dude, it's barely noticeable. It's barely noticeable anything about it. So, it's not that big, guys. Ghost of Tsushima, yes, it's been on PS4, PS5, PC. This is only on PS5. Then again, I told you, PS5 is not the big moneymaker they think it is. We talked about last week. PC made them bunch of money, Sony, the PC ports with Steam. They made so much. They don't know what to do with it so much, you know. They made billions. This is only 4 million. This is units sold. How much did it make? I don't know. But it's not bad, but it's not good either compared to Ghost of Tsushima a couple of years ago. You know? I think it was 2020, 2019 or something. I could be wrong. Around that time. This game was so good, Ghost of Tsushima. I will not play Ghost of Yotei. I don't give a shit. I wanted a continuation of Jin Sakai. Sorry, guys, but I don't give a crap of an anthology series about this. I really don't. I don't want an Assassin's Creed type of game no more. We saw what happened to Assassin's Creed. It's like not even the same game anymore. It's completely different. So, yeah, it's a shame what happened. I will still play Ghost of Tsushima, but I will not play Ghost of Yotei. No, thank you. I don't really care for it. Even if you add mods in it, don't care. I really don't care about it. That's how much I don't care. But good for them, I guess. If that's what all they're going to have and no one else is going to start buying, or maybe they'll put it on sale, we'll see if it goes up. But for now, good, but not really that impressive. You know, kind of deal. Which I thought that's going to happen with Ghost of Yotei. I had a feeling because of all the controversy it had and how bland it looked. I had a feeling it's not going to... I bet you a lot of people played that game and never finished it. I bet you that a lot of people probably didn't finish it or platinum it, get all the trophies. I bet you there are people that did not finish that game. Played it one time and then said, oh, that's it. I don't want to see anymore, you know. It was fun. Yeah, but it was kind of not my favorite. It was okay at best, you know. You know, it's okay, I guess. It's okay. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, I don't know. I just wanted more. A lot of gamers these days, you know, you just want more and you want things to be better, but they just go into a whole different direction and it just ruins the experience. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not invested into the world anymore. I'm only invested in Jin Sakai. Well, they could go back and do Jin Sakai's story again, but by then it's like, why didn't you do it now? You know, kind of deal. Why did you change it then? But it's not the same people that worked there at Sucker Punch that made Ghost of Tsushima 1 or the first one. So different people with this one. All right. Check this out, guys. Epic Games CEO says Steam shouldn't label games made with AI. Why? Why?
Huh?
What? I think you should label things that are made with AI. I do it all the time. And a lot of other people too. I just made music and I made pictures and I literally said, this is all made with, you know, instruments and help of AI. So why wouldn't you want to put AI? I don't know. It's pretty sus, Epic Games. I don't know. Tim Sweeney, the CEO of developer Epic Games, believes that online gaming retailers like Steam should remove their labels telling customers that a video game was made with AI. Sweeney revealed his position on the issue on Response on X. Game devs turned AI lobbyists who feel so strongly on the subject that he has removed Made with AI from all platforms in. He posted that digital marketplace should remove the Made with AI labels from game because it doesn't matter anymore. Because everything's AI now. Like, no, that's what people want. You should be labeling if this is made with AI or not, because if you're not labeling it, people will find out and call it out. Call out your BS. That's just a fact. You know, people want to know if this is created with AI or not. It should be labeled either way. It doesn't matter. I label my things, it's created with AI, you know, and you could like it or you can dislike it. That's the same if I created by myself as well. You could like it or dislike it. But I think it's better and to be honest and to be more transparent to your customers if this is created with AI. So, yes, I think it should be posted if it's made with AI. I don't want things to be, oh, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, it just blends in together now. It's like, no, I don't give a shit about that. I want to know what I'm buying. Tim Sweeney responded to Worksman post calling AI labels irrelevant to art exhibits for authorship disclosure and to digital content licensing marketplace to make the rights situation understandable. However, Sweeney claims that denoting whether AI was used in making a video game makes no sense because AI will be involved in nearly all future products. So he's already saying AI will be used for everything. Okay. What if you're not using AI and you're doing it by hand? You're doing everything by scratch. What if you're doing that? He's talking about like indie devs are going to use AI. Like everyone's going to just use AI. That's not what's going to happen. Yes, maybe AI will be a part of it, but wouldn't it be interesting if you labeled something that says partially AI, mostly AI, or something in the works of, yes, I used a little bit of this. Because I would like to know how this was created, you know, kind of deal. Sometimes I am interested to know about this. So this is just retarded. This whole thing is retarded. I think, yes, you should be labeling things that are AI. You shouldn't be saying, I've created this. Because when it finds out that you created this and you don't know how to do it, you're going to be fucked. When public's going to find out, you're going to be a phony. You said, I created this. I did not use AI. And then you used AI, and then you get fucked. So I know some artists are also pissed because they're losing their jobs and stuff with AI. But I've seen artists improve on their art with AI. So they're using AI too. They hate AI, but they are using AI too. See, it's a tool that you need to use. It's not a crutch. I'm not saying you're going to need to use AI all the time. Like this guy saying, why would you need to? Because it's just a tool. We're going to be using it all the time. I still would like to see if this was made AI or not. Either way, I would like to see the label. Either way. I still would. Because now, it doesn't matter. It could be really well done AI product. You know, a game or an art form or a video. Something could be really done well with AI, but I still would like to know if it's AI. Because I don't want it to just be all AI, but I would love to know about it, you know, kind of deal. So, yeah. Just wanted to bring that up a little bit. Here's a funny story, though, guys. This is a funny one. This one's dumb, but I wanted to bring this up. So, apparently, we have problems with Marvel Rivals with this new season, Season 5. So, Marvel Rivals Season 5 Backlash. Where are all the queer couples?
No! Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Who gives a shit about this? This is so funny. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, because they see Gambit and Rogue because they're actually a normal couple, a normal relation, a man and a woman. It's like, okay, like, where are the queer couples? Where are the gays at? It's like, dude, oh my gosh. Isn't Loki gay? I think Loki's gay. Or maybe he's not. He has some weird things with his own self, his female version. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Marvel Rivals launched its 5th season a little over 2 weeks ago, introducing fan-favorite X-Men characters Gambit and Rogue. But some fans, and certainly some media outlets, are noticing something else. There are no queer characters. Not everything has to have queer stuff in it, guys. Not everything has to be gay. Not everything has to have freaking ID or some sort of talking point. No one cares. It's like in Overwatch, where they make every character queer. That was the thing. That's the meme. Everyone's gay in Overwatch now. There's like everyone's just gay. It's like no one cares about your sexuality. We just care what kind of character you are and how cool you look. That's it. We don't care. We really don't care if you're gay. Because if you bring make your character centered around its ideology being as it's just gay, it's just boring. No one cares that it's gay. If you're gay, fine. But you don't have to like actually be flamboyant and crazy about it in some sort of way. I'm just saying, like, can you just be centered and actually have a good character, story or cool character design? We don't need this crazy ass ID to be put into everyone. It's dumb. No one cares. The problem, such as it is, stems from the fact that Season 5 of Marvel Rivals centers on romance, with the season titled Love is a Battlefield. Love blooms in the battlefield. It's based largely on an X-Men limited series comic called Mr. and Mrs. X, in which Gambit and Rogue get married. The trailer for the new season, since that would be a boring game in itself. Cosmic hijinks ensure that the couple leads off in an adventure. In addition to the X-Men, Southern Blee and her Reagan Cajun, the trailer showcases Marvel, blah, 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 blah. Couples such as Storm and Black Panther. I could see that. Yeah, they could be together. Storm and Black Panther, Cloak and Dagger. Pretty much. They're a couple already. As well as two invented speculating for Marvel Rivals, Venom and Scarlet Witch. What? That's interesting. I would not think them, but okay. And Loki and Mantis. Okay, that's another one that I wouldn't think of, but okay. But Loki's not gay. Interesting. I thought Loki was gay. Maybe Marvel made him gay in the movies. I'm not sure. Maybe he was straight. Reports are that the season also features emphasis on Reed and Sue Richards and others, but as sticking point for some that there are no highlighted queer relationships. There you go. The couples. This doesn't say that Marvel Rivals doesn't allude to queer romance, but they're not as obvious as the straight ones. Okay. Game launched, Angela and Sarah are midly referred, with Angela mentioning Sarah, but that's the extent of their representation as a queer couple. The lack of in-your-face alternative romance is causing some anger online, and with certain people at the perceived stripe. So these people online, these Tumblr people are pissed off that they don't show more queer representation or couples. When Angela, even though she's a big lady, I guess she is sort of, but it's not really like pushed into your face that she's like, crazy about it, kind of deal, The gamer suggests, oh no, not the gamer, the gamer. There you go. Suggests 2 remedies for the effort. One is to include homosexual couples from Marvel Comics, like Wiccan and Hulking, or I don't even know who those characters are, but okay. To create new queer relationships like they did with Loki and Mantis, or Venom and Wanda, where Marvel rivals to do so, it would be following in the traditions of the comic books and the films and TV shows of the MCU, which have learned heavily into representation in recent years. Yeah, they're just copying what's in the comics. Sometimes it's gay, sometimes it's not. So, suggesting these additions overload one's reason Marvel fans have celebrated the game focus on classic superheroes stories, with Captain America, Spider-Man, and the rest representing by the original characters rather than their later day representations. Yes, that's what people love about it, because it sticks to the OG characters. Their styles, their ways, how they look, how they, talk. They stick to the original source material, which the original source material is they start from the beginning of what Marvel was. Stan Lee and others created. So, yeah, I don't know why this is bad, but it's bad for some people. Players and the 3 people are Reddit, while the actual players enjoy the game. Yeah, it's like 3 people on Reddit or Tumblr. How they keep telling us, don't like it, don't play it, but Overwatch 2 is there, go play it. Yeah, exactly, right? That's so funny. Yeah, if you want to, it's so stupid. It's such a dumb argument. This is so dumb. So dumb. Yeah, but I thought this would be funny, and it's just absolutely retarded.
No!
Holy
Absolutely retarded.
shit.
That's what we get. Internet be internet, I guess, with that one. All right, guys. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Let's look at this real quick. So, Amazon's Tomb Raider set to reinvent the franchise. What do you mean, Tomb Raider, Amazon reinvent the franchise? Well, Amazon Tomb Raider series will apparently reinvent the franchise, interconnecting the live-action series by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, that I'm not excited for, the live-action, and video game into a unified storytelling universe.
No!
Huh?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't want this. I'm done. No, thank you. I don't want the new Tomb Raider to be related to the TV series, the live action. No, and no. No one wants this. No one cares. Can we just have normal Lara Croft going for tombs? Can we just have a normal Tomb Raider? Just go back to the basics of Tomb Raider. If you want to sell something and make it big, you go back to the basics. You gotta just the parkour, fight tombs, puzzles, gunfights against creatures, all that. Mercenaries, finding treasure, keeping it to herself, mission accomplished. Can we just have stories like that again? Really? No, we're not gonna have that. We're gonna have, I'm a hero, and I must save this land and bring the treasures back to their normal place because they've been lost. and all this, and I'm a historian, and I'm rich. It's like, do you think a rich person would do this? Hell no. The rich person would take it for themselves and put it up like a trophy. You know? Lara Croft is from a rich family bloodline. So, yeah, you don't see that. No. Not believable at the slightest. But yeah. Yeah, this show is going to be ass, and this game is no expectations for that game either. No thank you with Tomb Raider. Absolutely no one cares. You know who else also doesn't care about this? Look at this, guys. Call of Duty is getting a Street Fighter crossover.
Holy shit.
I was okay with Fortnite, but Call of Duty? Oh my goodness. So, it has been revealed that Call of Duty is getting a crossover that wasn't on many prediction stats of 2025. On December 11th, a Street Fighter collaboration is landing on Call of Duty Mobile. Oh, this is only for mobile. Ah, that sucks, dude. That sucks. That's actually... mobile is probably the worst. But that sucks. Bringing 4 legendary characters from the fighting franchise into first-person shooter world. The Call of Duty X Street Fighter crossover will yield new operators, a host of weapons linked to the Street Fighter universe. Yeah, Street Fighter characters love using SMGs, shotguns, and all sorts of things, right? They literally use their fists and their muscles and their might to fight against each other in the battle. And they have freaking aura they use and use it as like projectiles. Like, that's crazy. So the lineup includes some recognizable characters, the fighting game's roster: Ryu, Chun-Li, Akuma, and Cammy. Who wanted this? Like, I'm not gonna lie, these designs look kind of cool. If you see these designs, Ryu looks pretty good. Cammy looks good. Chun-Li looks pretty good. Akuma, they look good. But I think I've seen gameplay of it, and they look pretty bulky. They don't look good. Like, in this picture, they look pretty decent, you know, kind of deal. They don't look too bad. But just having them have, like, this realistic style with the guns from Street Fighter 6, I don't know. I love myself Street Fighter, but I don't know if I would download and play this just for this. I don't know. There's been games that they did crossovers, like with Resident Evil, and I was really wanting to play it, but I don't know if I would. Check this out. Maybe I'll just give it a shot just to see if I could run it on my mobile or whatever it is, Call of Duty, and see what's up with these characters. I don't know. You probably have to pay for them. But, yeah. Not really interested. Probably going to forget, though, about that one. So, whatever, right? Whatever. We got more Capcom, though. Check this out. New Dead Rising game possibly in development.
Holy shit.
We haven't had Dead Rising since, like, Dead Rising 4, right? And that one was a stinker. So, the only good Dead Rising game was pretty much the first one. Second one was all right. And then the third one, I don't remember anything really much of the third one. But, yeah. The fourth one was a stinker. A new entry in the Dead Rising series is potentially in development. How is that even possible? Because the Dead Rising 1 remake was such a horrible port. Meaning it was not even a port. It was a horrible remake because it censored so much of the game and it took away a lot of things from the game, from the original. And yes, they made it a bit easier, a bit better in some, stuff in the game, which is fine. That's what it should be. But they took away a lot from the game. So, and it didn't sell that good. So, why make another one when that one didn't do so well? So, I don't know. Furthermore, a report details which the game's story and Hollywood setting. Oh, it's going to be in Hollywood. Oh. Yo, it's going to be at Warner Bros. Studios. They're getting bought out by Netflix, and it's going to be there. The zombie genre has become quite dramatic over the years, with Telltale, The Walking Dead, and The Last of Us. However, one franchise saw the fun in the bloody mayhem of it all. Capcom's Dead Rising, released in 2006. The series, and to be honest, it's still really good in 2006. Like, yes, there are some mechanics that could be tweaked and could be better, but it's still really good. The series has multiple spin-offs and sequels, upping the carnage with the weapon building, bigger open worlds, blah, blah, blah. I want to see what it's going to be about. Hollywood set Dead Rising sequel in the works, claims report. In a report from MP First, the outer source shared information on Capcom's activity working on new Dead Rising, the title, which has reportedly been in the works since 2023, would reunite players with Frank West and company in a new setting, Hollywood. The game setting would actually be in a large Hollywood set, where the crazy director, the villain, traps everyone in the to create the perfect movie. The terms of the timeline, the report mentions it being direct sequel to Dead Rising. If true, it would be set before Dead Rising 4. Many elements from the original title, like the camera and the time limit, would make a return. The survival system used to most franchises' games would also be present, even taking a bigger role on the narrative. Okay. Unfortunately, the report does not provide any information. Okay. Okay, so it would be a Hollywood set, and it would be a villainous director trapping everyone in there and making a movie out of it. I think that could be actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. Hopefully it's not censored and taken out of context. It needs to be kooky, on the balls, on the wall, balls to the wall, crazy, you know. You could take cameras, drop them. You could have, like, stuff, have, a theater play, dress up with Frank West. Like, do the craziest shit in there, because it's just that kind of game. But, yeah, could be interesting. But it would probably take place after one, I guess. I don't know. So it's before 4, and it's also probably before 2, but who knows. Yeah, could be interesting. Could be an interesting concept. Not hating on the concept, but again, this game is very niche, I would say. Dead Rising is not Capcom's biggest hit franchise, but it is niche, and if people are interested, go for it. If it does well, go for it, I'm just saying, because the last one, that remake, was kind of a stinker, Yeah, it did some things that were good, but it took away a lot from the original, It really did. So, I don't know. We'll see about that when it comes out. Okay. What else we got here? Let's see. Oh, let's talk a little bit about Resident Evil, guys. There's some Resident Evil news. So we got something new about Resident Evil Requiem. So we have here new Resident Evil Requiem gameplay shown exclusively in Japan, reveals new location. So Japan, they had this like insider kind of like documentary of them talking, people are playing the game and all sorts of things. And there was reported of some images or some clips of the video. I don't know if I can even show it, but if I do, and if whatever happens, I'll have to edit this out. But here it is. There are some new Resident Evil Requiem gameplay of a new era where Grace fighting a zombie in Resident Evil special program that aired on Japan television. And this is by Dust Column. So this aired. So this is aired. Maybe this is for maybe a Resident Evil event they're doing for next year. Maybe this is what's going to happen at the Game Awards, because there is officially, I think Jeff Keighley posted it. We're going to see that Resident Evil Requiem will be shown something at the Game Awards, which is next week. So keep in mind about that too. See, there's the first person. This is Japanese. So, there it is. Dude, it looks like Resident Evil 2 straight up. Like the remake. Like, it's not RE4, RE3. Well, a little bit of RE3, but it's mostly feels like RE2 to me. With that third person. First person, it's like RE7. This one's like RE2. So it's an in-between of like Resident Evil 2 and 7 style, which is interesting. But there's no blood because of Japan's censorship rules. So, you know, they censor blood, any violence in Japan. So they tone down, there's no blood. That's why when she gets bit by the zombie, there's no blood. There's no blood, but yeah. Pushes the zombie away. Goes up the stairs. Yeah. So pretty good from what we saw. It looks pretty decent. It looks good. I'm expecting that for sure. As well as we got more here. What is it? Jeff Keighley posted this. Here we go. Horror always survives. Tune in for a terrifying new look at Resident Evil Requiem during the Game Awards. Streaming next Thursday, December 11th at 4:30 p.m. PST, 7:30 PET, and 12:30 GMT. Set a reminder to watch. There you go. So we're getting something for Game Awards. I would say I will try to stream the Game Awards on Thursday, but it will be late Thursday, I would say. Not when it comes, the stream, not when it actually is officially like showing. I probably have to do it later that Thursday. Or I could do it on a Friday. We could watch the whole thing on a Friday. I would be fine with that too. But it depends how long it will be. And you know there's going to be some copyright issues with that. So I'm going to have to cut things out. If not, this and that, because it just is. And we're going to be looking at these games, these rewards. Let's see how this all folds together. See who wins, who loses, how many cringe things we find at the Game Awards, as well as exclusives, because that's probably the best part about the Game Awards, I think. It's just the exclusives. To be honest, if it was just exclusives like trailers constantly, I'd be okay. I wouldn't even care about the awards at all. They could have just showed the awards on a screen and be like, yeah, these are the winners, you know? But yeah, that is it. We're going to be seeing that. I'll let you guys know what happens next week with that. I might stream that. So we'll check that out. Another day with that. Yeah, it's Resident Evil. I don't know what we should go into next. Let's go into this real quick too. We're getting close. We're almost done with the fast topics. So here we have another movie or a game into a movie happening with Helldivers, movie on the way from Fast and Furious franchise director. Pitch reportedly accepted because he is not a gamer. Uh-oh. Helldivers, you're in trouble with this one. So Fast and Furious director doing this. Yo, I have no hope for this movie. He's waving the reddest flag possible about the Super Earth's next major development. Dude, this one is going to be so crazy. It's going to have so much propaganda. It's going to be insane. Fast and Furious guy, not a gamer, not even a fan of this, doesn't even know what's up. This could be another Borderlands situation movie. It really could be. It's how bad it's going to be. It's not going to be good. A live-action Helldivers film is now in production under the helm of Fast and Furious franchise director Justin Lin, whose winning pitch reportedly leaned into the fact that he has absolutely zero familiarity with the video game medium, let alone Arrowhead Games Studios' acclaimed democracy simulator. Oh my gosh. I really want to do this movie. I have no clue what it's about. Why? This is why why are they getting these directors to do these gaming properties that they don't know shit about? Like, at least do your homework, dude. Why is it so hard? Oh my gosh. At least Zach Kreger with his Resident Evil movie, he's actually, like, he understands the games, he says. Well, that's what he says. We don't know. And he played the games usually, so we don't know about it fully, but yeah. At least he's a fan. He understands it, you know. Yeah, so this is the Hollywood Reporter talking about this. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why are we doing this? Why? I don't know. So many questions, so little answers. Nothing makes sense. That's how I look at it, you know? Okay. I want to watch this video with you guys real quick. Where is it? So, guys, this is a video I made in, like, the early parts of this year. And we're going to rewatch this video. It's called My Top 10 Anticipated Games of 2025. So, this did pretty good. Got pretty decent views on it. Got some likes on it. So, people liked it. This was games I was hyped for going into 2025. So this was early in the year, very early. We didn't know many games that were coming out, but we knew some of the games. So I put a top 10 of games would be coming out this year. Now, the thing is, the reason why I want to go back and rewatch this, because I forgot a lot of what I picked on this list, to be honest. But I thought it would be fun. So it's a little bit longer, but we're going to go through it. I'm going to go fast as possible through it. But I just wanted to let you guys know on this list if I was right about some things or was I wrong about some things. Personally, for me, I feel like I was wrong a bit with some of these games on this list that I was excited for. That turned out to be not that exciting after I knew more about it. So let's check this out real quick, guys. Let's see what we get. Oh, this is my intro. Well, I gotta make a new intro for this. I gotta make a new intro for the new logo, but whatever. It's fine. It seems like 2025 is going to be a massive year for gaming, more than the last one. Last year, there were so many stinkers and flops in the AAA space. There's no question about it.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
But in the AA, indie, or just the Eastern market taking over, I totally forgot about that one. That one's great. Most of the games, it seemed to be doing really well. Hell yeah, these games were awesome. The game industry is changing with the times, and it really needs to, or it will crash and burn on itself. Gamers want quality, not quantity, titles. We see the signs with all the layoffs, greed, games being half finished or buggy messes that are rushed out, bad optimization issues, live services with battle passes being too much, anti-consumer strategies, overpriced games and budgets that are not even that fun. And it just goes on and on. Trust me, that would be a separate video of itself if I continued. Yo, this video is a banger so far. I think it's a good video. I totally forgot about this video, but it's a good one so far. All that. There is a lot of interesting, fun games to get excited and look forward to. The games that I'm going to list are titles to definitely keep your eyes peeled. Big or small, I wanted to mention the games that look fun or just amazing overall to me coming out this year. So then, here is my top 10 anticipated games for 2025. Let's go. What's my number 10? Number 10, Tomb Raider 4 through 6. Okay. This was actually pretty good. This was good. I feel like it just came and went though. But it wasn't bad. I liked the 1 through 3, but this one I think was also pretty decent. It's remastered. I really had a fun either way. You're not gonna go wrong with these. Time last year playing 1 through 3 remaster, and now it's the same people doing this one, and I'm very happy with Inspire and developers of Saber Interactive. They did a wonderful job with the last one, so I'm expecting this one to be a banger as well. So we're getting in this one Revelations, Chronicles,
I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead because I don't want to do too much, but yeah. That was a good one. What's number 9?
Number 9,
Kingmakers.
Kingmakers. Oh, I was excited for this game, and then they literally, I think it was like October or September, it was supposed to come out, and like a couple of days later, they're like, well, we postponed it for next year. We still need more work. It's a big project. And I was like, damn, this game's so cool looking. I love it. This game looks hilarious, but also looks really fun to play. It's an upcoming action strategy sandbox game developed by Redemption Road Games and published by Tiny Build. It centers around a medieval Great Britain. The player takes on a role as an elite task force operator transported 500 years back to stop a future apocalypse happening. Depending on the player, you choose to pick the side of England, Scotland, or Wales, and ultimately change the course of human history. And that is pretty much the premise of it. Sounds really cool, right? Add a multiplayer feature to it, and I'm already down to play this game. Yeah. It looks hilarious. Getting a freaking car in there and then mowing down medieval troops. You get a machine gun. You get an airstrike, like all the things, while also strategizing your army, where to get your troops together. And you're by yourself with your own arsenal. That sounds like a really fun time.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Number 8.
Oh, this game. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I remember this. So this game came out, was pretty good. It was a decent game. It was actually pretty good. But it got fucked so hard by the censorship because I think what happened is like China came in because it's a lot of Chinese mythology and stuff, and they censored a lot of things and they didn't want this to happen. And even though it had problem with optimization, it just got worse over time. Now, I don't know if it's fixed by now, but in the beginning, it had problems optimization-wise, but it got worse over time. So this game is not a bad game if you can get it on sale, but it's not worth the price anymore because of how much they promised and how much it didn't it didn't. Well, you probably have to use mods. It didn't pretty much. You have to use mods though, but the thing is, it didn't. It wasn't transparent enough where they said this, but then they had to change it on the fly. That's the problem. So you already bought the game that you thought would get, but you got something else instead, kind of deal. You know, that's the problem, but that's just how it goes, I guess. I don't know. and feathers.
I was
Okay, so
rooting for this
this
game, but
recently came up on my
Damn.
radar. I took a look at it.
Another
and I really
loss.
liked what I saw. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the art design. I love the movement. Everything about this game looks appealing. It's a Souls-like action RPG in the mix of Black Myth Wukong and Stellar Blade. If they had a baby, this would be that game. It's developed by Lindsay and published by 505 Games, and it's supposed to release this year. It has like a cool, dark fantasy Ming Dynasty China era with beautiful and badass protagonists, as well as a lot of the enemy designs and boss design. I think you're going to like this
I'm
one.
upset that game turned out to be a stinker after a while. That game could have been good. That could have been the next like Stellar Blade or the next like Souls-like kind of game that I could have done pretty well.
Number 7, Doom,
Yeah,
the Dark
this
Age.
game. So this game had so much problems. So in the beginning, so what I hear about this game, I didn't play it personally, but what I heard is I couldn't even play this game on PC. They literally put on what is it? Tracing. I can't think of it. The tracing thing. Where they have tracing mod into it. I can't think of it right now, but it's the tracing thing where they use it to make the graphics a bit better and, you know, more thing. You couldn't turn that off. And a lot of people that don't have that were upset that they had to put it on. They had so many problems optimization with this game. It was like, it looked cool, but when you played it, and I know people that played it and blast through it, they said it wasn't as good as Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal at all. It was, I would say, probably the poorest one of them. So it wasn't as good. It was fine, but it was a letdown in the end for this game too. So
if you want to feel like an
this one
alpha,
also,
you're going to
like,
play this
a
game.
lot of these games
Doom,
I listed, like from what I seen, was anticipated because it looked cool. And from what came out before, you're like excited about it. But then it comes out and it's trash, you know, or not trash. It's just mid to just subpar to just trash kind of deal, you know?
makes a man out of you, straight up, which is also published by Bethesda Software, taking on some down. And number 6.
Oh, this one's
Ninja
actually good. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. This is a classic platformer with Ninja Gaiden style. Yeah, this was good. I played this. This one was really
Ragebound.
good.
Holy moly, I've been
If
wanting
if
a
you like
Ninja Gaiden
retro games, I highly recommend checking this out. This is a hidden
game
one.
for
hidden
such
gem.
a long time, and now it's finally the story of Ryu. You know, Ninja Gaiden games are very, very difficult. While this is also developed by the
one was
Game
good.
Kitchen and is also
This one was
published
good too.
bangers.
Yeah, this is a good one.
5, Fatal
Oh
Fury.
no, number 5.
Number
Fatal
5,
Fury City of the Wolves. No. So I played this game and I wanted to love this game, guys. I really did. I played a couple of matches and demos and betas and stuff, and I just couldn't get into it. I was like, you know, Street Fighter's my thing. I love Street Fighter. Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Like, I've played Fatal Fury before, but for some reason I played this, and I was trying to play it like, maybe because I was trying to play it like Street Fighter 6 or something. And it was so different. Like, I don't understand the game. Like, some of the controls are weird. I don't know. It's just, it felt different. Maybe I needed to give it a shot more, but it was a little bit overwhelming for me. I don't know. I got my ass handed a lot in games. And I don't know. It just fell off for me. I was like, this could be the next, like, comeback for Fatal Fury. And I wanted this to be good. I really did, guys. I really did. And, I don't know. I was just disappointed.
Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. If you're a fighting game fan, this is up your alley. It's been such a long time. This series has been dormant, forgotten. About 26
Even like the
years
animation
or so
looks dope. Ah, come on, dude.
since the last installment.
I'm pretty
and
upset about this. Might be the most upsetting game of the year for me. This one or Monster Hunter Wilds, probably.
Now we're getting a new one this coming April. So SNK is developing, and if you're itching for something new besides Street Fighter 6, Ken and Chun-Li, if you're wanting,
I think I will be making another video of this. I feel like I will. I think I'll be making another video of this. Maybe at the end of the year, most anticipated. I might make another video on this, another top 10. Maybe at the end of the year or in January. Or I'll do favorite games I played personally this year kind of deal. Maybe I'll do that.
number 4.
Yup. This should be number 1. This should be number 1. This game was phenomenally good. I still gotta go back and finish it, but what I played, I really liked this game. I could see it being Game of the Year easily. Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Easily one of the best games I've played this year for sure. And even when I said that when I played this game, I said, this is easily one of the games of the year that's going to win. Even in April, I said this game's going to win.
Expedition 33.
Still a badass
This game looks amazing. This is definitely on my radar for sure. It's a love letter to that kind of turn-based RPG games with great storytelling. It's closer to like a Final Fantasy or Persona, which some people would say they don't like that kind of style of game. I do. I like that old style of gameplay. And this looks amazing. This looks something I actually want to play.
Such a good game. It's so amazing.
It's developed by Sandfall Interactive, and it's published by Kepler.
I know there are some
Interactive.
people that played it and couldn't get into it, and then there's people that played it and loved it, and there are people that never really played these JRPG or RPG kind of games, and they fell in love with it too. So it's a lot of mixed bag. But most of the things that I've heard and others are saying, it's easily the best game of the year. Easily.
It's supposed to come out this year.
I feel like
hope
it's just everyone in this game, for this game, everyone just agrees it's a banger. It's a good one. Everyone
a
agrees.
game that does well.
And that's
I really
really rare
do,
with video games. Usually it's mixed or they hate it or, yeah, it's just hate or mixed. Now it's just fully like almost everyone I know loved this game. It's crazy.
Because it has a lot of potential to be a.
And there are people who just
coming
can't
out
say
really
anything because they are not fans of this kind of genre game and they never played it. And that's another one. Number 3.
Number 3.
No, Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay. I remember playing the beta, and I had problems with that game too. So what it is with this game, it's a good game, but it's not the best Monster Hunter game. So everyone I know, especially Monster Hunter fans, they said Monster Hunter World, even Rise, to be honest, but World is a better game than this game. This one is more normie friendly, I would say, and it has some easy things in it that really crutches the original Monster Hunter games, like the big fans that love this. So this one's like a down, like a worse version of those. It's an easier version. That's what I hear. Even though it looks really good and I liked what I played, to be honest, I really did. I could see that, yeah, being a problem later down the line. It did feel a little bit easier than the other Monster Hunter games when I played it. Now, the biggest problem of this game is the optimization. Straight up, this game is ways you cannot play this game. You need a beefy PC. But even some people that had beefy PCs, it still had problems. It was an optimization horror fest. It's the worst game you're ever going to play. This was the same problem with Dragon's Dogma 2 back when I played the other one. It had the same problems, and this one as well has the same problems. It's just it's just hard. It's poorly optimized, and that's why also it tanked a lot for me. This might be the most disappointing game of the year, easily. This or Fatal Fury. For me,
This is the most disappointing game. It was a little bit simplified, normie friendly, and obviously because even for me, when I tried getting into Monster Hunter with the other games, it took me time to understand the concept. Then I understood it, and now I was like, oh shit, I like this game. This game is awesome. I like what it's offering me. It's pretty fun. Fighting these giant monsters. It's like boss battle rush mode kind of deal. But there's little mini enemies here and there. But this wasn't it. Fortunately,
Monster Hunter Wilds.
it's upsetting.
I'm
really
pretty
wanted
excited
this game
for
to be
this
good.
one. This one is coming out really soon. So Monster Hunter, if you don't know what it is, it's an action role-playing game, third person per self. You can.
Yeah, this game was. I really wanted this game to be good.
They've seen,
And
and
they
I
still haven't fixed anything with the optimization or anything. They still need time with this game.
played the open beta myself, and I did enjoy what I played.
I did.
So
I did enjoy it. I liked what I played in the demo. I liked it. But the problem
this
is,
one
even then, I had problems with optimization. I said that when I played it. It was not good.
should be up there as well. I think this one's going to do pretty good.
Even though
I
this
just
sold a
want-
lot, this could tarnish the name of Monster Hunter for the next one. Because how badly this was made, you know, optimization wise, but also how it lingered to more of a different kind of Monster Hunter fan base.
to play more Monster Hunter. It's super fun. Number two,
Ooh, this is a good one, dude. Okay, this wouldn't be my number one, but it'll definitely be there, like 3 or 2 for sure. But Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, this game was chef kiss. It was a 1-to-1 remake. This is how you make a remake. 1-to-1 remake. Nothing changed, altered. It's just it's pretty much the same game, just played better optimized, or the optimization was a little bit kooky, let's just say, because Unreal Engine 5, obviously. But they fixed it. They made it a little bit better. The graphics, the gameplay, the story, the cutscene, everything, the voice acting, everything's the same. Everything's there. And it's even made better. There's better choices. It's better UI system, simpler mechanics that you can use finally, and different things that just made it a better experience, I would say, for today's gaming experience. So this was a perfect package. It's a love letter to Snake Eater. It's
Metal Gear Solid Delta.
dude, if they
Snake-
keep making Metal Gear Solid games like this, remake them, I would have no problem. This is what remakes should be. Now, they could have added a little bit more. They didn't, which is fine because they want to respect Kojima's work. And I give them props for doing that. Now, they've added some mechanics to make it a little bit easier, which is fine because I remember back then some of the mechanics are a little bit harder today. I agree, there are some hard factors in it. But it's really good, guys. This was a nice nostalgia trip for me.
Gear. I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, and seeing this just literally makes my day. This remake looks like a faithful adaptation
It was.
of this game. This one is the first one, making the gameplay.
How did they
and this
do every cutscene the same with the new engine? It's like, it's just impressive by itself how much they could make with Unreal Engine 5. Literally the same cinematic, same cutscenes, same, like everything's the same that you remember. Like they had the coding, I guess, and it just, they did it. That's how much I'm amazed of this, the creators who made this. Like that's how I'm just fascinated how they took one thing and just copy and pasted it from a new engine. Like I thought that's not even possible. Like, do you think some of these cutscenes would be a little bit altered and changed, you know, kind of deal? But no, they literally did the same thing, and it's fascinating. might be, if not, one of the best remakes I've ever seen, that I'm really concerned when it comes to remakes. But this one seems like it's made for the fans themselves, and I can't wait to try this out. Before we continue with the number one spot, I know people are going to be saying, you didn't put this on this list. Well, I'm going to give you an honorable mentions before we continue, as well as if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, sub, follow on this channel to see more gaming content like this.
Yeah, like and sub,
so,
guys.
Here is honorable mentions. Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's coming out next year, next November.
Mafia The Old Country, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Sid Meier's Civilization
Yeah, that
7,
was a disappointment.
Like a Dragon,
That's a
Pirate
good one.
Yakuza in Hawaii, The First Berserker,
That's a good one, too.
Kazan, Double Dragon Revive, Elden Ring, Night
That's
Rain,
a pretty good one, too. There's a lot of good ones here.
2XKO, Capcom
Yep.
Fighting Collection 2, Death Stranding 2 on
Yeah,
the
Death Stranding
beach,
2. Yep.
Mouse PI
Yo,
for
Mouse PI, not gonna lie, guys, Mouse PI might be on my most anticipated games for next one. I have a feeling because that one, I see something special about that game. That could be the next big Cuphead, the Mouse PI, easily. It looks really fascinating and interesting. I love the art style for it. It looks really good.
Fire, Ninja Gaiden 4, and
Ninja
The
Gaiden
House
4.
of
I heard it was mid.
The Dead 2 remake. Now, let's see what number one is.
And number one might be the most disappointing, to be honest. This ranking list should be almost close to saying what I'm the most disappointed of this year.
Number one, Nintendo Switch 2. All right, so technically this is not a game, but it's going to have games.
When this was shown, everyone was popping off for the Switch 2. Just like the little bit we got. And then when they actually showed when it's coming out, what is up, what games, and then the price point, they didn't show the price point. And then later they show the price point. Everything about this changed. This became literally the bottom of the barrel anticipation. It literally destroyed any kind of anticipation for this. And now I always say, I really don't give a shit about the Switch 2 anymore. I really don't. I really don't care about the Switch 2. I'll accept the Switch 2, if someone gifts me one or whatever. But I really don't I'm not like jumping or crazy about the Switch 2. First of all, there's not going to be that much games for it. They already said that. Second of all, the only thing I would play Switch 2 is literally play my old Switch games on it and with better resolution and better frame rate. That's it. Most of the games that came out, what? Mario Kart World, that's just meh right now at the moment. Donkey Kong Bonanza is just okay. What I've heard is just okay. It's not even that big of a deal kind of game. And then Metroid Prime 4 that we're going to talk about, that's right now mixed as crazy mixed. So, there's not many games for it at the moment. Why would I jump around and get a Switch 2? I really don't care, I'll wait until it goes on sale, or I'll just, play what I have my old games. It's like, it's fine. It's not a big deal, kind of deal. But I feel like it's a huge just filler. It's just literally, it's like the 3DS XL, kind of deal where it's like the Super 3DS, the whatever 3DS. Remember those with the 3DS? Or, like it's like the Super Nintendo or the NES Super Nintendo, like kind of deal. It's not that much of a leap compared to the NES and Super Nintendo. This one's not that much of a leap. It just feels very like this was planned to be made a long time ago, and now they just want to release it, kind of deal. Like, it doesn't feel like a follow-up. It feels like a DLC.
With it, it's the system itself. It's a big deal. There were leaks constantly showing up.
Yeah, I'm
and
disappointed
recently
in the Switch
Nintendo
too. I really
showed
am.
off a little tease of what is to come for the Nintendo Switch 2. And it looks
I know some
good.
people, they
It
say,
looks
oh, they like their Switch 2. Okay, they like it, but like,
what are you playing on it? You know, kind of deal. It's like Mario Kart, that's it. And then maybe Pokemon, which is, that Pokemon's pretty ass. Metroid or Donkey Kong. Like, you know, there's not much games on it yet. We have to wait. I don't know why it's sold so much. Why is it so big when it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just growing out of Nintendo. Maybe it's just something about it. Like these greedy companies, like just taking your money and not giving two shits about it. And you have this hard Nintendo community, like shilling for everything Nintendo and are not asking any questions of why this is happening. What happened to the quality of some of these games, you know, kind of deal. Yeah, the quality, Nintendo usually has good quality games. They always did. But for some reason, this one feels like it's going to start going downhill. I don't know. It's just, it's not going to, I don't know. It might have legs, but I said the console is going to be fine by sales. It's the games that are going to be horrible, meaning the games are not going to be affordable in some point because it's going to be expensive, but also you're barely going to see sales for it. It's not going to be reliable. It's not going to be a function they can use with these. So it's clean. I have no problems with it. It looks similar to the Switch, but it looks better. Yeah, this is me being super positive about it. Mario Kart game, as well as Metroid Prime 4, probably a new Zelda game, probably a new 3D Mario game. A lot of things could be coming up for Nintendo. That's it for the top 10. What do you guys think? Did you do this video? I still thank you so much for watching. All right, that's pretty much the video, guys. If you want to check it out, you can. I might make another one of these. I think it was fun to do this. Not gonna lie. I might make another one of these soon. Another one of these. I gotta write a script and everything for it. And for this one, I only wrote down like what the games are, and I just did it free ball it pretty much. And I think it turned out pretty good. But we'll see. We'll see with this one. With that. But yeah, I just want to look back at this, and yes, I got some things right, and I did get some things wrong. It's called anticipation. That's why you anticipate it, but when it comes out, it might not hit like when you first saw the trailer or first were excited about something. Maybe it's not that great, but some of them were actually great. Some of them were right on the nose. I wish I had some of them on a higher pedestal, but just wanted to bring that up. It's kind of fun looking back at that, kind of fun. Not gonna lie. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have so much to go through still. Okay. Let's go through this right now real quick, guys. Real quick. All right, guys. I want to give you my thoughts about this Netflix Stranger Things Season 5 so far. Okay. So on Netflix right now, here's a post, and it says Stranger Things 5 is the #1 show in the world with 59.6 million views. It also boasts the biggest premiere week ever for an English language show in the history of Netflix. So it's big. Altogether, I've read some articles, and all of the seasons, season 1, 2, 3, 4, now even 5, all was the most watched on Netflix for now, like ever in Netflix history. Okay. So there is a big following for Stranger Things. Okay. If you haven't watched Stranger Things, I don't know if I'd recommend it now. If you want, just by itself, if you just watch season 1 of Stranger Things, I think you would be fine. After that, it goes into weird territories. Because Stranger Things 1, the first season, is perfect. It's perfect. It's not overdone. It's just very grounded compared to the rest of these Stranger Things. The higher budget, because how big Stranger Things got, higher budgets, bigger productions. It just started lacking that. Good heart it had from the first one. Could be because they're getting older, the actors, all that. I don't know. It really didn't need this long of a show. And it was about 10 years old now since, the first Stranger Things. So, you could have been 10. You're now an adult when Stranger Things season 5 comes out, kind of deal. You were a kid. Now you're an adult. That's how long this season has been, how long this show has been going for. And to be honest, this is probably one of the biggest events we're going to have in a long, long time. Just like for a TV series, like a show that everyone's talking about. Stranger Things, It's like an event. It really is. It's an event kind of style. The last time we had a big event like this was Game of Thrones kind of deal. Everyone would go sit down, watch Game of Thrones every Sunday. And then when it's final seasons, everyone's arguing, how is it going to end? How is it going to end? How is it going to end? And then, boom, ends. Everyone's pissed off. It's an ass. They're like, the show literally becomes ass because of that ending, kind of deal. Yeah. But it's still good. It's still one of the best shows you can have in television. It's up there for sure. But how it ended, it was so bad. It was so disappointing. It wasn't good. It tarnished a lot of the whole story almost. I still recommend still watching up to I think season 3 or season 4 maybe. I think that might be it. And then after that, not even really worth it. Or you can go through the very end. But it was very good. Game of Thrones was good. Now going back to Stranger Things. This is in the zeitgeist of pulp culture. Stranger Things is huge. It was in pulp culture. It's still in pulp culture. It's the only one that felt like it still had momentum going for it. It still had that momentum. But what happened was this one, particularly for me, I started to not care as much because what happened was it took too long for them to make this season, and everyone is in their 20s now. None of these characters are kids no more. They're all older from season 1 to now. They're just young adults, and it just looks weird now. It's literally in the 80s where actors were playing 20 or actors were playing in high school like they were 20 and 30 in real life. Yeah, that's how I feel now. It's like they literally did that meme, and that's what Stranger Things is now. It's just memes and you remember this, remember that kind of deal. That's all it is now. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. And it's all it is now. Now, the only reason I think people still want to look into this because this is the final season, and people want to know how it's going to end, how these characters' story is going to end. All these characters, what is up? Because that's what people keep on coming back to is the different mysteries, the story elements, the horror mystery. What is the upside down? What is going on? People are interested about the plot, but also people are really love these characters. They've grew up with these characters. They love the characters themselves, Now, all of that aside, season 1, perfect season. Season 2, a bit okay, not the worst. Season 3 was all over the place. I really wasn't a big fan of season 3. Then season 4, I think season 4 might be the second best season, I would say, after 2. Yeah. It would be season 4. Season 4 brought it back, and now it's season 5 with only 4 episodes, and they're long. They're long episodes. With season 4, with 4 episodes so far, I'm going to say that it's not that good. There, I said it. It's not that good. It's not amazing. It's predictable in a lot of situations. There's a lot of predictability about what is going to happen. And it's all over the place. It's all over the place from what it is. I don't know if I'm going to say any spoilers. I think I will say spoilers. I will say spoilers, guys. I'm sorry. If you haven't watched it, you can skip this part about Stranger Things. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say what I have to say about Stranger Things. Okay. Stranger Things Season 5 feels like trying to do too much and trying to put a lot of characters together, trying to finish this. Pretty much it's like a war now of what it is. It's like you got the Avengers Infinity War, and then you got Endgame. This is what it pretty much will be the Endgame. So all the characters are coming together, trying to finish this fight against Vecna, against the Upside Down, and it's all centered around that. While you have plot elements here and there, spoiler alert, Vecna is literally doing what season 1 was. He did with the Demogorgon grabbing Will. It's doing the same thing. It's grabbing these kids. They're grabbing one, especially Holly, the smallest one, for Mike and Nancy, from their family. Holly, she has a big role in this too. They're all grabbing these kids, and he's making some sort of army or some sort of thing about. He needs this much kids, and he's gonna create, pretty much make the world in his image, kind of deal. Like he's gonna be like the leader of this world, kind of deal like that. So far, that's what I'm getting out of it, but I could be wrong. It's a lot of speculation still because we don't know fully yet. But that's the whole premise of it. So Demogorgons are going through in portals and just grabbing kids and taking them back to the Upside Down. And they're getting the Will treatment, which we see in the beginning with Will, deep fake of him young, obviously, of the actor, Noah Schnapp, getting a tentacle stuck in his throat. And he's captured by Vecna, and Vecna is shown. But Will didn't know about it because he was knocked out. That's why he did not bring it up in season 1. So, again, there's a lot of things they're like, oh, we could have said this, we could have sent that. A lot of it feels like they wrote this beforehand. They had no idea what was the Upside Down. They didn't know anything about it. They didn't know anything after that. They just continued their story arc because they had more seasons, and now they're going to have to explain what everything is and what's up, kind of deal. So they're trying to sprinkle a little bit here and there, trying to pull people's heartstrings here and there. Who's going to die? Who's not going to die? What's going on? What's this love triangle relationship with Steve, Nancy, and Jonathan? What is this characters acting not like they're what they were before? It's like, it's really weird. A lot of things are adding up. A lot of, especially Will. Will is very important this season too. And a lot of Robin too. Because Robin, as you know, these characters, Will and Robin, they're both pretty much gay, and they both have to, they're both like buddies now because, back then in the 80s, people were not as open about, their sexuality like now, especially now. Now it's just obnoxiously annoying. No one cares if you're gay. If you're gay, okay, whatever, kind of deal. But back then, it was like a big deal, So in the 80s, because this takes place in the 80s. But, yeah, there's just buddy now and everything like that. We have Mike, Luke, Dustin. Dustin's with Steve. And then Steve's with Nancy and Jonathan. Hopper's with 11. Joyce is with, Robin. Like, all these characters are teaming up that Will and Robin never really talked before. It's pretty weird. It's just different. And all this. To be honest, a lot of it is very boring. Max is still alive, guys. Max is still there. She's in like a Matrix realm with Holly. It's like they're in not the real world, but in a dream world of Vecna, and try to get out, blah, blah, blah. It feels like Matrix. And they're stuck inside that world. And they need to get out of the maze. And we still don't know what Vecna's plan is fully, but that's just my assumption that he wants to create this world in his image. Like every villain does, every Darth villain. And then there's stupid plot points here and there that they bring up that they forgot. Like, they bring back a lot of things from like older seasons that never got answered, and now they're trying to like answer it. They bring back characters that you never would have thought of. Like what's her name? Number 8 from that one episode in season 2. They bring back her, what is it? I think she's like Indian, the Indian girl. She's back now for some reason. Okay. Yeah, a lot of characters, a lot of things. With season 1 with Will, when he runs away from Demogorgon, they show that. Yeah. It's pretty weak until, I guess, they show an end part, the last like 30 minutes of season 4 or episode 4, where it just goes all out war with the military. We got Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor herself. She's a bitch. She's the leader of this military militia in Hawkins. It's like martial law, all that. They're just absolutely retarded. They have no plot just to be bad, the military. There's nothing really to grasp for them. They're absolutely stupid, and they don't make no sense. Vecna doesn't make no sense. A lot of characters don't make no sense. A lot of them are out of character. Some characters are different now. It's maybe because they're aging. They're older now. I don't know. It's not the same. It's just some things about it that's different. It's now more mystery things than Stranger Things. It's not even strange anymore. It's just what WTF things, what is going on kind of deal, What the hell am I watching? What is going on? What is this, The best thing about this whole season, I kind of like the little fat kid, dipshit Derek. He's probably the best thing. He's a new character in this, and he might be the best thing in this season. He's like this rich kid that just swears all the time, and he's very mean and stuff. He's like a bully. He's so funny. I don't know why. Eat a big one or something. He says something stupid. He shows his middle finger and stuff. He's just a really nasty kid, but that's what makes him funny. And he's also fat, so that's also like a plus, I guess. But he's a really good character. I like his character. And then he changes a little bit later, but so far that's the best character. Every other character, it's like, eh. Like, I'm a huge fan of Steve. I like Steve. But with his character, they don't know what to do with him. He's just always with Robin and Dustin, and that's it. And then he has this love triangle with Nancy, and then Jonathan wants to be with Nancy, but Steve also wants to be with Nancy. It's like, it's so stupid. Like, it just, can we just stop this stupid ass, like, fighting for Nancy? And Nancy's like, okay, she's all right, but I don't know. I feel like Steve deserves better. Steve deserves better now. You know, he really does. Yeah. Will does big things this season. So apparently Will can now control, I guess, the Demigorgon army now. He sees through their eyes. He can stop them. He slightly can control them. He's like an X-Men now. He's like I don't know what it is. It controls animals, I guess, but it's Demigorgons. He can kill them on sight. He can do everything now because he has the power to do so. Levin has the ability to do frequencies and levitation and stuff. And then we have number 8, which I think is Delusion. So we're getting all these power characters now that are going to go and fight Vecna. So, yeah, there's a lot of this going on, as well as Hopper making mistakes here and there, and then Levin telling him what's up, and probably giving a lighter side of Hopper, and Hopper's just making horrible decisions on site. Like, what are you doing? Like, the character has been, like, all over the place. And he always flashing back to his kid passing away with his wife, blah, blah, blah. Every time, the same flashback, same face every time. How many times are we going to see Hopper's face, young Hopper, crying about his daughter dying or passing away? Oh, my God. So many times. Just because, did you forget? Did you forget? We'll show it again. Hopper tries to Minecraft himself with explosives on himself, and then you find out he doesn't do it. But they were setting up a thing where he's not going to come back from the base, fights with Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, wins, beats her, and then they find out that they have number 8 captive in the door. Because they're doing like weird experiments and stuff, you know? But he doesn't go with it. He doesn't, do the deed. End himself. He doesn't do that. And then they just move on. And it just ends the season by 11 and Hopper finding number 8. And Vecna coming in, fighting, taking all the kids back to the Upside Down, and then Will helping his friends. And people are arguing online that what activated his powers was his acceptance of being gay, which is horrible if that is, because that's really corny. But it could be. But another one is that when you see all the flashbacks of him playing with Mike and the others, that it was about friendship and family. He saw Joyce get hurt, saw Mike going to get hurt, Luke, all of them are going to get hurt. And then his power just activates finally. And it's all about, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just embrace yourself, I guess. Stop being scared all the time and just fight, kind of deal. Be a fighter. Stop being scared all the time, Will. Come on, man up in some sort of way. Man up to it and be the hero you were supposed to be. Now, it could be taken both ways, because there is a part where Robin, they talk about, sexuality, about being yourself, be this and that. It could be that because they do replay that, and do they replay also them kids playing together. But it could be both ways. It could be that he came out of the closet, he's accepting his sexuality, that he's gay, whatever. Or it could be that, yeah, he wants to protect his friends and family, sees them in trouble, and they're about to get wrecked, and then he stops it because the Demogorgons would have gotten them. And he stops it because he's like, I'm not scared anymore. I am strong. I'm not scared anymore. Like kind of deal. And he releases all his emotion. And that's what all the emotion he was building up through all these seasons, it's finally out. And he releases his true power. That could be it. I think that's probably the most logical one. The one I just said, the last one. The gay one would be so cringe if that's it. We'll find out in the next episode when it comes out on Christmas and December 25th or 24th. They'll show more. And then the last episode will be on New Year's. So we got a couple of more halfway through the show to go through. But we'll find out what activated it if he explains what happened. If it is the gay stuff, that'll be just cringe. Because it's like, gayness is my power. Like, I don't know. I think that's super cringe. But maybe it's also cringe that friends and family keep me strong kind of deal. It could be, but you know what? I'd rather have the friends family thing than the gay stuff, Like, gayness is the one that helped me out kind of deal. So, yeah, there's a lot to talk about with this, guys. But that's my thoughts. So far, I'm not going to give it like a super good rating. I'll give it like a 5 out of 10, I would say. It's not bad, but it's not good either. It's kind of Right now, it's just It's not super good what other people are saying. It's not that good. It's not yet. But it's just so far. Now, when the whole season ends, I'll give you my honest review of it, meaning I'm going to tell you what I actually thought at the very end when I see the whole thing, okay? But that's it for Stranger Things. Just wanted to tell you guys what's up with this. But, yeah, Netflix is doing crazy numbers with Stranger Things, and they probably should because it's probably their only good show they have left on there. Probably. Okay. We got Stranger Things done. Now let's talk about this Metroid thing. Okay. So, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond just came out. You're probably playing it right now, guys, on your new Nintendo Switch 2 or on Switch 1. I think it's cross-gen. And it seems like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is the lowest reviewed game in the series. Why is that? Why is that? Well, I don't know. Why is that? Why is it mixed? Nintendo's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is the first new Metroid Prime game in over a decade. To be honest, yes, this is a decade this took, but how much this game has been scrapped and probably scrapped twice, to be honest. This is a 18-year-old game. It was made 18 years, I would say, or 20 years now. Imagine that. Imagine that. When you were a kid, you're an adult now, too. So it's been in the works for a long time. And if, that's the problem. Even though, it's okay at best, it's a long time. And people have been wanting a Metroid Prime, even though I think Metroid Dread might be better. Metroid Dread is phenomenally good. It's just a long time period, and they expect something really good after a long time. Sometimes when something cooks too long, that's when there's problems, usually. No one threw it a world would happen at one point. It has. Unfortunately, it's the lowest rated game in the Prime series, but it's still reviewed quite well. Another game is ready to go under Christmas tree. Okay. Legendary franchise sees all of your hopes to dreams. Blah, blah, blah. The Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 welcome Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Review scores have all but settled on Metacritic as of writing. Based on 63 Nintendo Switch 2 reviews, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond has an aggregated score of 80/100. So it's an 80 or 81. I've seen recently. It was like 80, 81. Before you say anything, this is very good score. It is good. It's not bad, guys. An average game is usually around the 7 out of 10 mark, making an 8 out of 10 verdict excellent. A long time fans and people who'd been hyped for Metroid Prime 4 Beyond might be a bit disappointed by this score compared to previous Metroid Prime games. Yeah, because people expect 9s and 10s now. According to Metacritic, the original Metroid Prime site at 97/100, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is on 92/100. Dude, Metroid Prime was almost a perfect 100/100. That's crazy. Metroid Prime 1 is phenomenally good. That one's so good, dude. That one's so good. I never played the other ones, but they've probably decreased over time. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption drops slightly further to 90/100. This makes Beyond the first mainline Prime game to fall below 90, and for a while, it was even under 80. Yeah, it was under 80 for a little bit. Everyone is so hypercritical about reviews and scores nowadays. When you really is that game should be supported with the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, review scores stop you from buying it? No, I still like Metroid, and if you still like Metroid, you should still try it out and give your own opinion about it, you know? I'm not saying it's bad, but it is kind of upsetting after waiting 20 years or so, or more than a decade for this game, and then being just subpar, or not subpar, but just averagely good, But who knows? Who knows about Metroid with that? But yeah, there is more though. Let me just show you guys. I know people are playing it now. People are enjoying it, and I'm hearing some good things about it. But I've heard people say it doesn't feel like a Metroid game. I don't know how I feel about it. More people are saying it feels like an old school Zelda game. 3D Zelda game. Like the new Zeldas have changed, like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Those kind of Zelda games? The newer styles? The old Zelda, like Ocarina of Time. It kind of reminds me of that. That's what people are saying, which I'm fine with. I like those games, but that's not Metroid, usually. A lot of people are misreading my tweet. So this is 8-Bit Eric. Shout out to him. He said, imagine waiting nearly... Oh, my God. Please stop. Twitter. Or X. Imagine waiting nearly 2 decades for Metroid Prime 4. Just for Nintendo to hand us another perfectly average, perfectly safe, perfectly forgettable release. Nintendo fans deserve better. But somehow they keep clapping for mediocrity. He's not wrong. He's not wrong about that. He's not wrong. And then he said this. A lot of people are misreading my tweet. I'm just giving my opinion on the score we're seeing. From what I've seen in reviews, it's very mixed. It's Metroid Prime 4 we've been waiting for years. It needs to be better than just an 81. Laugh my ass off. In my opinion. Not laugh my ass off, in my opinion. In my video, I mentioned that an 81 isn't bad, but it's actually the lowest rated Metroid Prime ever, which is a little concerning. Also, my point about Nintendo fans often accepting mediocrity still stands. Yeah, they do. And Nintendo fans love to shill so hard for these games. They really do. They really do. It's kind of cringe, not gonna lie. Kind of cringe. So, yeah, people were making fun of it. Even like graphics wise and stuff. Check this out from Smash JT. Metroid Prime, oh my god, every time. Metroid Prime 4 2025 versus Prince of Persia 2008. See the difference. This is Metroid Prime. So you go on the vehicle. I think it's called Viola or Viret or something. It has the name, the motorcycle. It's pretty much the Epona, okay, of Ocarina of Time and stuff. This is what it is, and this is Prince of Persia. Dude, Prince of Persia looks better. It just looks better. This looks so bland. So bland, guys. So bland. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so bad. Look at this one. Victor. Xenoblade Chronicles X on Wii U 2015. Or Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Nintendo Switch 2 2025. Check this out. Dude. Look at the detail for Xenoblade X. Look at it. Chronicles X. Look at it. Look at this. Dude, I can't even shill or even grift on that, to be honest. Oh my god. Why did I go back here? I gotta go back to my bookmarks. Fuck. I can't even grift on that or even shill because it's just, it's night and day. This is night and day, guys. Night and day right there. It's crazy. Crazy. And then Andre. Or this is Andy, my bad. So Andy said, Metroid Prime 4 is secretly structured like a Zelda game. Here we go. Soul Valley, the desert shown in trailers, is basically Hyrule Field, and Viola Epona, which is the horse in Zelda, with each main area positioned like a self-contained dungeon on each corner. There are even 5 keys to gather and a shielded tower. So there you go. So it's a small little area with hubs after and dungeons. And then you fight the boss in each dungeon, and then you go into the main dungeon, the last one, and that's the last boss. There you go. I don't hate it, but it's not Metroid. It's Zelda. Now, if we never get another kind of Zelda game like that, then I would be okay with this. Metroid taking over the old school 3D Zelda games. I'd be okay. I wouldn't hate it because I think Zelda is going to go into the Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild style game now. I don't think we're ever going to get that 3D style Zelda like Ocarina, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword. I don't think we're going to get those kind of games anymore. Unfortunately, we're not because I like those games. And if we don't, I think it would be okay to do Metroid with this way. I think Metroid this way would be good. I think it would be good. I don't have a problem with this. So for me, this sounds like actually a game I probably should pick up. It sounds good, right? Because I like that kind of Zelda style. But then again, why am I buying it? Because it feels like Zelda, but it's Metroid, you know? Again, I don't know. It just feels weird. Because Metroid is less hand-holdy and more trying to find out where you are and more isolated kind of style. Less characters, which it has characters in this. And a lot of the parts in this game that I've seen going around have been a little cringe, not gonna lie. Some Marvel-ass cringe take comedy, don't like it. Don't like it at all. It's not good. Not good. And there's people making fun of it, how easy it is. This is from High on Life, that game. And people are making fun of it, like how easy the game is.
Something must be going on. Let's look around for somebody who can help us.
The area. That's so funny. Metroid Prime 4 be like. That's so stupid.
So you think maybe there's somebody friendly around here who can help. I mean, maybe try using your scanner. You know,
Why did it stop? The video stopped. It's lagged out. I don't know, but it's like telling you pretty much, yeah, we should find someone. Like, it's telling you how to play the game. That's so funny. And we got also Andre from Game Explain. I think it's Game Explain. Saying, I genuinely think the desert would have been at least 3x better if they had put some banging music behind it, but it just feels so vapid. So this is literally the game if you play it. What's with the internet? What is going on? Can I play it? So this is what it is. Have you noticed? Okay, maybe the quality is ass, guys. Sorry about it. I think my internet's slowing down a bit. But if you notice, there's no music playing. It's just audio of the bike going and hitting stuff. Can I do that? It's pretty ass. The quality is ass. It's really bad. And the reason why it's ass is because this. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond locks basic features behind a $30 amiibo.
Holy shit.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Huh?
So, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is finally in the hands of players worldwide. After years of waiting, but players have uncovered that a basic feature is locked behind an amiibo figure. 18 years after Metroid Prime 3 Corruption has first released the 4th installment in the series. Okay, so here we go. Metroid Prime Desert music locked behind an amiibo. Purchase. Dude. Nintendo does. Nintendo does what Nintendo wants to do. And this is absolutely disgusting, and people are still going to eat it up. Nintendo fans are still going to slob and grab this stuff. Holy shit. That amiibo does look cool, though. As pointed by the Nintendo, what is this? By Luke, Steven, the Twitter, Metroid Prime, Beyond Music, the desert, and area explored while driving the Viola bike is absent unless you purchase the $30 Samus amiibo. What if you have an old school, what if you have an old Samus amiibo? Does it work, or do you have to get this new Samus for that to work? That is a question I would say. I would like to be answered. List background music as a perk from owning the Samus amiibo, along with the ability to activate a shield that will block up to 99% damage and fully restore Samus life once per day. That's pretty OP. The description doesn't inform you, however, that without the amiibo figure, the desert landscape is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond were eerily silent and offers nothing if you hasn't splashed out the figure. There are also 2 other amiibo figures in purchase to get additionally bonuses in the game, with the Samus and Viola figure provided customizable colors, the ability to check total distance travels, and a once per day increase in the rate of regeneration Viola's boost. Dude, they even give you a boost in check the total distance travelers. That's crazy. They even tell you that. The final figure, Cyrax, allows you to see the full version of the movies that are shown in fragments throughout the game. Once you have completed it, a feature that is otherwise unlocked behind achieving a 100% scan rate and item collectible. Oh my god. They literally give you the 100% in this amiibo. The 100% collectible. The secret cutscenes and stuff. Yo,
Holy
that's
shit.
so fucked up. That is,
absolutely absurd, absolutely disgusting. Nintendo, I can't protect you about this one at all. And I think he said, here I just made the desert in Metroid Prime 4 way better by adding the OST from Nier Automata, pretty much. Nier Automata. Check this out. So much better already. So much better, right, guys? So much better. Dude, I would put Gerudo Valley music, you know? Oh, it's lagging. But you get the concept, you know? Andre did that. So, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here with Metroid? Absolutely disgusting that this needs to be said. It's so greedy with that. But in general, I think people are enjoying the game, though, right? I think still it's doing well. It's just people are pointing out that this game took 18 or almost 20 years to make since the last Metroid. And, like, that's it? You know, what are you doing? What is actually going on here? You know? And instead of getting a Metroid, you're getting a Zelda game, you know, instead. Kind of deal. And it's just mind-numbing, like, what the heck happened? Not saying it's a bad game, because it is getting, you know, still a pretty good review. You know, 81 out of 100. It's pretty good. It's still a good game. It's just we're expecting more out of it. Now I don't expect anything anymore, to be honest. I'm not expecting anything to be good or bad. It's just it comes out good, it comes out bad, whatever. But when I saw Metroid Prime 4, I was a bit excited. Not going to say I wasn't. But when I saw more gameplay for it, I thought it looked really mid. It didn't look interesting. Something about it didn't feel good. I didn't really enjoy what I saw. It just looked mid. But it could be still a fun game. Not saying it's not. It's just, I don't think that's worth $70 or $80, to be honest. No, it's not. So, Metroid is going to do what Metroid does. Metroid is always a game series that hasn't made the biggest splash on Nintendo, but it has a cult following, and a lot of people like Metroid. It's just not one of those franchises that makes big money, per se, you know? But, yeah, that's Metroid for you. Let's continue. I think we're going to go into... Oh, wait. Before we go to last topic, I found out something else here, guys. Real quick here. So, this is by Stealth. I don't know who that is, but I saw this and I thought it was interesting. Yuji Hori doesn't want to talk about Chrono Trigger anymore. Why? Chrono Trigger? We're talking about Chrono Trigger? Wow, what's going on? I can't talk about that before immediately becoming frustrated, jokingly adding comments like, wait, if I say that, you figure it out. Don't ask. Asking is off limits, and I'll get in trouble. Huh.
Oh my
So
God!
something Chrono Trigger is happening. People are getting triggered. What is happening with Chrono Trigger? They don't want to say. Keep their mouths shut. Something is happening. Now, is it a remaster or remake? Possibly. Is it a actual real sequel to Chrono Trigger, not Chrono Cross? Possibly. Or is it another kind of Chrono something? Also possibly. But they want to revisit Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Trigger is the one still that hasn't been touched or done with for a long, long time. And Chrono Trigger could bring back Square Enix from the brink of collapse. It could. It could easily, if they do it correctly. Not this Final Fantasy VII Remake style. Not this, not take out the censorship, all that stuff. You know, they fired all the people, the Western studios of Square Enix that had all the DEI woke stuff in the background. Those people that didn't contribute much for the localization and they just censored things. Those people are out. So, could Square Enix come back with Chrono Trigger and actually make it good? Yes, they could. They could easily do it. They need to go back to what they know and how they know with Chrono Trigger. Because this is the one thing they need to bring back and actually make it great. It can't be good. It has to be great. Like, amazing. Chrono Trigger. It's one of the greatest JRPG games ever made. One of the greatest ones. You can't fuck this one up. You messed with Final Fantasy VII. You messed with other things with Dragon Quest as well, with the HD 2D remakes. But you can't mess this one up. You can't. Now, how would I want this to look like? If it's a remake or remaster, I would like it in that Octopath Traveler, Bravely Default, or with the new Dragon Quest kind of animation, that 2D remake style pixelated thing. I would like it in that format. I don't want it to be realistic in the cartoon format like in Final Fantasy VII. I do not want that at all. That would be great. Make it as is, the same. Tweak some things to make it better, gameplay-wise. Optimize it for, modern times. Make it a little bit easier, but still keep it the same. Maybe add more dungeons, add some more little things here and there. Don't really dilute yourself out of the story. Keep it the same as is. And if you're doing something else and you're doing a follow-up to Chrono Trigger, you can go whatever you want. Different routes you can go, with the time element and all that. You could do so much with Chrono Trigger. But, yeah, I thought this was interesting. And something is coming, but he's keeping his mouth shut for Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is huge, dude. Huge. I'd love to see Chrono Trigger back. I really would. In some sort of way. I really would enjoy it to be back. Okay. Now for the final topic. Here we go, guys. This is the last one for today. And then we're going to end it with that. Here we go. I'm on That Park Place. And they have this article here. And it says, Stellar Blade becomes Sony's biggest PlayStation exclusive IP debut on PC. Yet, despite media-generated controversy. Holy moly.
Holy shit.
I'm telling you, Stellar Blade is fine. Fantastic. It's a good game, guys. Story needs a little work, but it's still pretty good. Characters look awesome. Gameplay's fun. It's a good game, guys. It's good. Now, anything that Shift Up makes, I already keep my eyes open for. I really do. Because they're making Stellar Blade 2. It's in production. We talked about that before. And now we're finding out it's Sony's best game on PC and on PlayStation 5 IP. It's a profitable IP. You could put Eve on your cover now for PlayStation. Take out the woman from Yotei. Put Eve on there. You slap it on there. People know what it is. You got it. I'm telling you, it's a big deal. Stellar Blade, the popular and controversial 2024 action-adventure game, recently made the jump from PS5 to PC and has shattered records. A chart from the game's developer ShiftUp shows that Stellar Blade reached 192,000 peak concurrent players on Steam at launch. That makes it more than 2.5 times more popular than running up Ghost of Tsushima probably even Ghost of Yotei, which had 77,000 concurrent players at its launch. God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, and The Last of Us rounded out the top 5 single-player games that have been available first on PS5 and now PC. There you go. There you go. PC gamers are clearly pleased through Stellar Blade, or perhaps more accurately, accessory Eve, the protagonist, has been highly criticized. Of course, the media was bashing this game. Oh, this is Gooner bait game. This are unrealistic proportions of female-looking characters in real life. This is so fake. And then people found out, guess what? The director, the dude, his wife made the character. She drew the character, the wife. And yeah, and also they got a real Korean model to capture the image of her body. And then after that, they touched it up with some art. So this is a real person's body. And they said this was fake. This is not real. Women do not look like this. Are you... Bro. The cope is so real, dude. The cope is crazy. I remember. I did videos on this when this was a thing in 2024. I remember everyone bashing this. This is Gooner stuff. Dude. You can make it Gooner if you wanted to make it Gooner. Guess what? The gameplay's fun. It's a good game. You know, Eve is hot, but still, it's still a fun game. You can customize it. You can make it Gooner if you want. You can cover her up. You can not cover her up. You can do whatever you want. And I think if you don't cover her up, actually makes the game harder. So they entice you to cover her a little bit up. If you don't want to, you play the game hard then. It's hard mode now, you know? And it's all about Eve. And they promote mods too. They want you to use mods, take photos. They love that stuff. Dude, that's a moneymaker. That's literally a moneymaker. Telling your fans to do whatever you like. We give you this. Thank you so much. And you can do whatever you want with the game. Bro, this is what other companies should be doing. Stellar Blade is a third-person game where players take on the role of Eve, a soldier and last survivor of her squad. Even before the game was released, Eve's design became a point of contention as the State of Play event Shift Up released State of Play Shift Up released released a gameplay trailer that showed off the character's highly sexualized design. While sexy female protagonists are nothing new in video games, Lara Croft, anyone? Question mark. Some games journalists found Eve to be regressive. Some director Han Tua Kim added to the conversation in an interview with Game Radar. Speaking through a translator, he said, when it comes to design, we put special attention on the back of the character because the player is always facing the back of the character when they're playing. He added, that's what they see the most of. So we thought this was pretty important. Those remakes came across creepier than intended, but when Stellar Blade was given a... Dude, where is it? Where is it? Based. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yes, you're going to be looking at the person's back constantly. Okay. That's a third person. You're going to see everyone's back. That's a little creepy, though. Yo. You know what's creepy? When I see a freaking big character that has no tone, no muscles, no anything, like a character that has nothing, absolutely looks like an androgynous character from the back and has no form. I can't tell if it's a female or male. That is creepy than intended. But when Stellar Blade was given a content rating by the ESRB, it was given more clinical analyst. It was rated M for mature. Nothing bloody gore, language, suggestive themes, and violence. No sexual themes? Suggestive themes, I guess. The ESRB went on to add, the game depicts some female characters as revealing costumes. Deep cleavage, skin tight, flesh-toned body suits. A day one patch altered some of the costumes, violence, and a piece of grateful scene in the game, an attempt to make it less offensive. Shift Up claimed that this was how Stellar Blade was intended to launch, though many suspected that it was pressured from Sony that forced the change. Many felt like it was a form of censorship, resulting in social media campaign led to Mark Kern, of course, it's always Grums, and reveal Stellar Blade in its original look. Still, all this was only the concern of PS5 games. Now that the dust has settled, PC gamers can finally see what all the fuss was all about. Conclusion? While much of the online discourse has centered around humorous and crazed remarks, most people just seem happy to play the game for the game. There are so many cosplayers dressing as Eve, and women love Eve too. It's not just the men, it's women too. People love this design of this character. She's sexy, she's strong, she's also pretty independent if you think about it. She has help here and there, but she is very cool looking character. Art design wise, she's pretty cool. Some people say, oh, she doesn't look that good. There's nothing really cool about it. Dude, she looks awesome. I don't care what anyone says. It's an awesome new character. Remember, they were bashing 2B and Nier Automata. I can't speak. I remember they were bashing 2B all the time, and now people love 2B. Same with Bayonetta. Remember when Bayonetta, they were bashing her of how sexy she was and all this and that, remember? And now people love Bayonetta. They're doing the same thing with Eve and Stellar Blade. Every time there's a protagonist that looks attractive and badass, they always want to slander it as, oh, this is just gooner stuff. This is just... It's like, dude, they know who their audience is. Maybe they love that because that's what that character is. They're like a flirtatious character, and they have a little sass to them, and that's why people love this character. Dude, Tomb Raider was the same with Lara Croft. She was also sass, but she was also strong, and she also can take her own, but she also was sexy. People forget. Sex appeal sells in games too. Not just in movies, games too. So, yeah, why not? Why not? They know their audience and they're going to go for it. And they're going to make bank. Exactly. Like, why people don't see this? I don't know. The PS5 version has a 81 and the PC port has an 84. Not bad at all. Pretty much like Metroid Prime 4. Not bad, I think this was Game of the Year for me and last year, and Black Myth Wukong. I think those were the two ones that were really good. A sequel's in the development of PS5 and PC with possibly a port on the Switch too. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it did really well. And of course, there are people coping about this. No way. Stellar Blade's doing so good. Why? And this, it's mostly just the journalists and like the media, Game Informer and all the Game Radar, like all these PC Gamer, IGN, like all these people, they're just coping right now. And Sony's like, holy shit, we made bank with this. I didn't expect this to be this good kind of deal, But yeah, that's what's going on. But it's also, I want to bring this up a little bit. because Smash JT knows what he's doing on Twitter right now. And this triggered all the wokies, all the people that, say you're a incel, you're gooner, and all this and that because you want women to be really sticking this, that. And then you just said, I asked GPT to make her beautiful. And then laugh emoji. Holy shit, maybe this is all studios need to start doing if they want sales. So this triggered a lot of people. He did this. And he was trending for a while. Now, I talked about the uglification of the West making women compared to the East kind of deal. It's not like, yes, they just make them they make them realistic to just literally make them more unfeminine, I would say. They're not feminine anymore. So this is the one from Stellar, what is it? Not Stellar, Intergalactic Prophet Heretic or whatever it's called. And this is the main character. We saw this and I wasn't happy about what I saw with this character. This design looked ass. It looked like something from Concord and I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling the bald woman. Every time I see a bald woman, it doesn't mean they're strong. It just means like I'm questioning, do they have some sort of illness? I'm sorry, that's just what I think. That's just it's like, do you have some illness? Do you have a problem? How can we help? Kind of deal. That's what I think. Sometimes you get cool badass characters that are bald. Very rare, but it does happen. For men, it's a little different. But for women, I don't know. I don't know. It's not attractive. It's not attractive, and it doesn't actually. If she had a nose ring right here in the middle, and then she had the big earrings with this, it would be worse. It would be worse. So this is not that bad, but it's not good either. And then he made it into literally Sydney Sweeney. Okay, I wouldn't play the game like this either, to be honest. But it is a step up. At least she has hair. I don't know why they changed her. Wait, she was like black Asian here, and here she's. I don't know what the skin tone, but I see what he's going with. With the idea of it. It's just he just literally make this character beautiful, and that's it. That's what happened. And he's been posting this constantly with other characters. Blah blah blah. It doesn't offend me at all. I don't care at all. But I see what point he's making with this. Since we were talking about Stellar Blade and what they're doing with females and stuff, this aligns with that. So yeah, there's other posts he has posted with Lara Croft, this and this, like other characters and all, and he picks out characters that he sees like they could have more potential. And he's pretty much pointing out that, yeah, AI is literally taking your job away because you can create good characters, styles and stuff. So, yeah, like not all girls need to look, beautiful or pretty, but it does help the sales. If you see a character like this, to be honest, I would have made the character, let me try to find it. I would have made the character more like, I think, Revy from Black Lagoon. Like, if she wanted to be like a character that would be like a space pirate or like some sort of character like be like oh, here's my old post. Like, this was an old post I said about Lara Croft. Like, Lara Croft should be like this. Like, this character, Revy. Like, you can have a little tats on her. You could have the gloves with the top, with the little, headband, with the hair loose. She's all loose and everything. Like, this would be a perfect character for a I don't want to show too much. Like, here you go, cosplay. Like, this character would be sick. Like, this character, Revy from Black Lagoon, this character design would be badass. Like, something like this. Someone drew this, I think. But, like, something like this. Right? This would be sick. This would be awesome. Like, something like this. It's badass looking, attractive looking, you know, sexy, but also she feels like she's, you know, also very she could be very harmful, and you don't know if you can trust her or not, kind of deal, like a space pirate kind of deal, you know? Like, this would be cool. This would be badass. You know? But instead we got, let me try to find it for you guys. Instead we have we got the bald head girl in this one that just looks like she's gonna be insufferable. I don't know, but you know, the actress in real life actually looks pretty, but they always have to uglify it. I've said this before. When they have face motion in actors in the East, they copy the face 1-to-1, and it's the face on the character, and it's always good looking. But in Western games, they copy the face, and then they alter it to make it more uglified. Like, they make it, they say, oh, it's more realistic. Hell no, it's not realistic. It's terrifying. It's worse. It's worse. And they're always bashing him because he has wife and everything. It's so stupid. Dude, it's retarded. Here's even a better idea. I was gonna be like, oh shit, we're going to there. I gotta click away. She's pulling she's pulling her top off. No, I'm gonna get canceled. Look at shout out to Philip Chan. He did the same thing. I put Netflix Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft image into open art and asked it to generate a prompt, and the results are shocking. I'm glad this show was an utter failure. Check this out. Check this out.
I copied the Lara Croft Netflix Tomb Raider, A Legend of Lara Croft
This
image.
show was so ass, dude. She looks like a bulky ass man.
And I put in openart.ai. I literally just put it right now. Okay, you see over here? I put it right over here, right? And I basically asked them to generate the prompt for me. I kid you not, right? This image is a digital illustration of an anime style depicting a muscular young man. I grabbed this image, I copied and saved it onto my computer, put it onto openart.ai to see what we're gonna get, all right? To see what was gonna happen. And I used the image to image to generate a prompt for me. And it literally said, an illustration depicting a muscular young man. You fucked up, Netflix. You messed up. If the AI can't even depict whether your characters, look what it created for me. That's a dude. Even the AI knows that your shit sucks.
Holy shit.
Huh?
No! Hey, yo, what the fuck?
There you go. Even the AI says it. AI even sees that image, sees the drawing, and it thinks it's a dude. And people try to say, you're just saying it because you don't like this and that. You know, I've had people in the comments always say that. No, that's a dude. That's straight up a dude. What did Sevi say? Made by humans, made with AI. Yeah, because she has bigger tits. They literally took away her tits. They made her just buff. They made her Abby buff. What did Savvy say? What's funny is I actually have not had many issues with AI messaging, messing up, picking up on femboys or girl outfits. In girl outfits, they still know it's a guy for the most part. There are some instances it has messed up for me, but that's when the artist is clearly drawing a woman body for more male characters. But with my own stuff, always knows the difference. There you go. This art is so horrendous
I copied
for Lara that it thinks it's a dude. Because it probably is a dude. Open art. Say, they ain't no woman. That's a man, baby. I love this. I use this for my videos. That's a man. Let him cook. They didn't mess up. It's what they intended. The way you make an ugly woman is to make her a man. The way you make something not for the male gaze is to make them a man. This is why feminism is about turning women into men, because its intention is to remove anything men-like. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much it. We know. Tomb Raider. Lara Croft. The fuck? Huh? You mean Lars Croft or Larry Croft? The meme? But yeah. I want to bring that up, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not surprised at all. I know. And then people, I remember like now people are more recognizing this. I feel like more people are saying the loud thing out loud now. Before it was you were criticized and you were called all these istophobes and you were called out for this and that. But now people are saying, yeah, this is what's happening with just art and female characters and all sorts of different characters. They just like don't know how to make softer looking characters for female and the men more rougher characters. The square jaw and round face, dude, that's like art 101. And they don't know how to create the female characters. Or they know, it's just they don't want to do that. Because it's so typical. The hourglass shape, the round face, softer features. Nope. Let's make them more rough, square jaw, bigger chest. Bigger muscles. Try to make the female more masculine. They do this all the time. And it really is pissing off the people off. And these people that are still offended by this or still defending it, I think it's time to take off the glasses or put on the glasses, actually. If they live. Put on the glasses and actually realize what is actually going on. Or take off the glasses, I was going to say, but I think put on the glasses. Because the glasses will tell you the truth. The glasses will tell you the truth. I got my glasses right here. They'll tell you the truth, right? If you know the movie They Live, that's a reference to it. You see everything. You see everything more clearer with the glasses, I guess. Put them on. Kind of deal. Everything's hidden in front of you. But yeah. All right, guys. That was the last thing today. I thank you so much, everyone, for coming, watching, lurking, all the things on here. Before we leave, guys, don't forget to like the stream, sub if you're new here. I really appreciate it. I am 205 right now in subs. But if you could, please sub to the channel. I appreciate it so much. I'm pushing forward with this channel too, guys. Be making more content. We'll see what happens. Next week, we got the Game Awards, so I'll be streaming that. We'll be reacting to that together as well. And, yeah, I think that's it for me today. Have a good weekend all. And have a good weekend all. I'll see you in the next one. It was a crazy week of topics, but we are finally finally done with them. And yeah, a lot to go through. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, where's my ending channel? Oh, here it is. All right, guys, have a good one all. I'll see you next time.
Are you not entertained?